to us. Oh, I take that back. Nimona flew off into the air, and then Strahd appears right after us, saying that there was this Wendigo that was chasing after us through the woods, and he and his men will take care of that. And we were telling him what we had found, and he wanted us to go and take care of I forget its name, but the fiend, the old woman who bakes cakes out of children or whatever the hell she does. He wanted us to go and take care of her, and in the meantime, he was going to play host to what are their names? Thank you.
Irene and
Irina and Ismark. Thank you.
Yeah.
He was going to play host to them, and at least to Dragonette, it appeared that we really didn't have a choice in the matter, and we were kind of being railroaded. So, when did Rose show up? Not until she showed up then, right?
Right then.
Yeah. Rose appeared at that point.
She was teleported by.
That's right. He opened up a teleportation spell that you recognized. And then she introduced herself as Rose, and we were all kind of wigged out because we didn't know if she was a ghost or a zombie or what the hell she was. And then we got in the carriages, and the carriages took us up to the gates. And then Strahd's carriage kept going over to Ravenloft. The rest of us got off of the carriage, and we went through the gates. And we went just through the gates up to where that little wagon is right now, where we were setting up camp. And then we set up camp, and we were in the middle of our long rest when we got disturbed by, it was Nimona's voice that we heard in the woods. And so everybody popped up. We started chasing into the woods trying to find Nimona. And what we found instead was the Wendigo, which attacked us. And then we swiftly murdered it. And I think that's it. Then we went back to camp, and we're completing our long rest.
Yeah, and we're on our way to the bone grinder, right?
Yep. Old.
Yes, thank you. Yep.
It's like Rose. This is technically Rose owns this place.
Good job. Good recap.
Good job. Yep. We're off to see Morgantha, the fiend. Lady thing.
A lot of you wake up. You all been sleeping through camp. Dragonette, you were up for that last watch, I believe, yeah?
I was supposed to. I did not finish my trance, so I got interrupted in the middle of my trance. I still haven't completed it.
Yeah, but then you finished the third one, and then you were awake for the fourth one, because I think you were asleep for 2 and 3.
Okay, yes, there you go.
So you actually did eventually see Rose get back up. Mm-hmm. She was asleep for the first 2, and then she was up for the last 2. But once you woke up, you saw her. She was just sitting there thinking, and eventually you saw her send her skeletal fucker.
The puppy or the puppy or the skeleton?
You haven't actually seen the full. Well, no, y'all have because y'all saw him in the RP chat. But which means I need to actually get him so y'all can see him.
I'll go.
Oh.
Wesley. Yeah. Right?
What?
Wesley is the name of the
Wesley is indeed his name.
Skeleton bone creature.
I just think of the dog from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
Yes.
Did I save his picture properly?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in here, Wesley?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A Wendigo is. I can make you into a Wendigo, but that would be rude. Fuck it, I'll deal with that later. You're not actually important. But
okay, so she sent off the skeleton, or she sent off the dog?
The skeleton.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I'll wander over to her while I'm keeping watch. I'm assuming that I saw the skeleton go. I'm gonna ask her, Rose, where did you send that skeleton to go?
I had a thought. As things progress, we're gonna need more allies. Yes.
Every little bit will help. Yes.
So I thought it might be a good idea to steal the Wendigo's bones.
Okay, great. You do that. We're gonna create an army of undead because great. This is Barovia. I'm gonna go over there for a bit. Thank you.
Hey, but this army's on our side.
You see her tilt her head. Wouldn't it be a good thing to have an ally that doesn't actually die if murdered? Better it than, say, Naji.
Yes.
I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, I'm just struggling with the word good right now combined with undead. So
Well,
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a minute and I'm gonna go over there. She walks back. She walks back to where she was keeping watch, and she's breathing deeply, just trying
last thing
to.
you hear her voice on the wind. Does undead make me not good?
Are you undead?
Well, I was reborn.
But that's different. See, you're warm and toasty, which means something different
But
compared to undead, at least.
You see, she waves her hand, and a skeletal hand appears in front of her. This is a part of me as my magics are. Does that make me bad? She seems to be asking earnestly, not trying to make a point.
No, Rose, it's not bad.
Fucking jumps, thinking fucking Miss E was asleep.
Yes. No. You're wonderful as you are, and those are just some magical talents, and you're using them for good, and that's all that matters.
Oh, should I leave the Wendigo where it is?
What were you gonna do with it?
We'll need all the
If I'm a
allies.
powerful mage, I may be able to resurrect it as an undead thrall or something.
Can you control it?
Not right now, no, but I might be able to one day.
Well,
I wasn't trying to resurrect it now. That's why I was just gonna take the bones and keep it in my bag.
oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm a fan of collecting. Go for it. It can always come in handy later, I know that.
You collect things.
Yeah. I
What
do.
collect?
Do you want to
Mine
see?
Used to collect little buttons.
Aw. This is more graphic than buttons. I'm not sure I should show you. I mean, you're an
shouldn't
adult.
show her. You should not show her.
Rose sticks her tongue at you, Dragonette, and marches over to Missy. Sits down with a little humph.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm not sure if you're ready to see this, Rose.
There's no time like the present. Plus, you care for it, so that means it should be good.
I mean, I think it's very subjective, not objectively good. I think it's good, but I don't think anybody really agrees with me.
She seems determined.
Despite
Dragonette.
I was like, all right, fine, let's go. And I open up like my bag and I like just take one out and I flop it down and there's a tag on it. And I say, here, I collect these.
You see Rose take it from you, and she's holding it. She holds it up to the dying light. Actually, you're starting to get closer to dusk, and she looks at it. You collect sausages.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely. Miss E collects sausages. It's very strange. It's very strange. Now you should just put it away and don't worry about
Why
it.
is there hair on your sausage?
These are sausages I don't think you should be eating. They're a little overripe.
They do look a little hairy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not from like this sausage isn't made out of an animal you're used to.
What animal is it from? Is it one from your homeland? Outside the mists.
Well, the one that I'm showing you right now is a high elf's cock.
Rooster? Doesn't look much like a rooster. I suppose it wouldn't look like a rooster after you made it into sausage, though. Is it a delicacy where you're from?
Ah, not at all. I collect this for fun. These are trinkets of mine. These are trophies of kills.
You've been killing roosters and turning them into sausages as trinkets?
No, they're people, Rose. They're people. Like elves and humans and halflings and spiders and weird
Oh.
creatures.
So you can do magic. I didn't know you were strong enough to do a polymorph spell. That's wonderful.
I'm gonna just take it and put it back in. Say maybe we should talk about this more another time, Rose. I don't think you're seeing the bigger picture here.
Well, what bigger picture?
I mean, golly, these are you know,
I don't.
cocks, digs, genitals.
Oh! Why would you call that a rooster?
I have come up with many names for these things over the
God damn it,
years.
Aki. Get out from behind there.
Plushy.
Okay, I'm back. Continue on. What was being said?
I said over the years I've come up with many a names for these parts.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because it makes it a little more fun, and some people like different words than others.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. She gestures to the sausage in your hand. You said you took them as trinkets?
I mean, yeah, just little keepsakes for myself.
Why those specifically? Isn't it easier to say take an ear? Or a finger? I suppose those
Oh,
degrade less. I don't believe a penis actually has a bone, so once the flesh starts to degrade, there won't be anything left of it. Do you have a way to preserve them?
uh, don't quite, but I have another thing in mind that Nimona told me about that I think's a fantastic idea.
What was that?
I'm probably gonna dry them out and crush them up and turn it into a very powerful aphrodisiac.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Will it still work as a trophy trinket if they're an aphrodisiac?
Well, I was thinking maybe just using a little piece from each one, not the whole one. And maybe if we get to a store, I can buy maybe some higher alcohols I can put them in.
If you like, I can continue research into helping preserve them. That is under the
Oh,
field of necromancy.
that's right, Rose. That would be fantastic. If you could find a way to preserve these and keep these, I would treasure that. Oh my goodness.
I believe. Excuse me. I believe that's under my domain or under Mr. Bigcrest's.
Oh, really?
I believe that is a clerical duty to preserve those from, well, stop people like me. Excuse me, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it's already decayed.
But I do believe it's usually the purveyance of the local clergy to assist in stopping people like me from stealing people's bodies. You see, you just kind of scratch the side of her chin.
Well,
Okay to snatch bodies.
Is it?
As long as you're using it for good. I mean, I mutilate bodies. I mean, digging them up ain't as bad.
You see her glance over to Dragonette.
Yeah, that good part is challenging because even Strahd thinks he's doing good.
What is Strahd doing?
I don't know. I don't know, but he thinks it's best. Evil always works in the best way, with the best intentions.
Then how can you be sure he's working evils?
How can I be sure anyone is working evil? How can I be sure I'm not evil? I'm a thief.
Are you?
Indeed.
I didn't know that. Did you know that, Missy?
I sure did.
She nods. There are many people out in the world that I haven't met yet. Maybe many walks of life. I suppose I should strive to see them all, considering I've been given a second chance.
Not everyone is good, so I'm glad I gave you that dagger.
I still don't quite get why, but I'll do my best if somebody tries to. What was the word you used again?
Stab you?
Yes, that one. Does it hurt to be stabbed?
Yes.
Hurt more than starving?
I don't know. I've never starved.
I've never been stabbed.
Well,
You see an interesting look come over her face as if she's had an idea. It's that face that's probably not a good idea.
What's
think
going
you should
on,
wait
Rose?
to get stabbed until it comes naturally.
And if I do that, then I might collapse under the pain. You see her unsheath the dagger.
No.
I guess everyone's getting up now.
No. Let's put the dagger away for now. Let's return to this thought later.
You're sure, Mr. Bigcrest? She puts it away without another word.
Thank you.
It's at that point you start hearing something shuffling towards the camp.
We're all awake,
Dra-
right? Or
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, Dragonette's on watch, so she'll ready in action to let loose a bow shot if it's something other than the skeleton dragging the corpse of the Wendigo back.
While all that conversation was going on, I was making a pact with my blade.
Rocking with your sword, huh?
I gotta do it every day.
Oh,
Dragonette, you
Oh.
see a figure shambling back through the mists. They seem a little bit clearer today, so they're a little bit further away. It's big and hulking.
Okay, I'm going to alert everybody that something is coming. Big and hulking, meaning it's not the skeleton.
It might be.
Okay.
And after a few minutes, it shambles in. And it's
Oh,
the body
okay,
of the
good.
Wendigo?
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Mm.
That's what I was expecting. Good.
guess
Being
not.
puppeted by the skeleton?
Hmm.
Cool.
It's a little weird.
Cool.
Is it missing a head?
Yeah, it's still missing a head.
Cool.
I'll walk up to him and hand him the head.
What? You don't want to make a giant hat? Flint?
We can still skin it. We only need the bones.
We can keep it for a hat later.
Think of
You
your
see the
like
skeleton
druidic
moves it off
aesthetic.
to the side of the camp. And it walks over. It makes it about halfway before you see the rose you hand it, or not the rose, the dagger. You didn't hand the bitch a dragon. The dagger float from its sheath and go over to the skeleton, who grabs it out of the air and starts to slop off the meat off the bones of this giant creature.
Okay. Hmm.
I see you
I
prefer
can help.
skeletons over zombies.
Well, considering I can't raise them now, it feels better hygienically to keep them as bones, as they won't smell.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, Missy, how do you not smell? You've been detaching limbs, I guess, and keeping them.
You get used to it over time. I'm nose blind, so
Oh,
it bothers everybody else but me.
We're about to face a fiend, so we could use all the help that we could acquire.
Unfortunately, my current magical capabilities will not be able to resurrect a creature of this power. I can only really work with humanoid beings.
well, I guess.
Wesley's a special case.
So we need to go dig up some more human-esque bodies, you say?
If you wish me to resurrect them,
How many do you think you can get?
where the fuck did her sheet go? There it is. Well, I could probably handle casting the spell at least twice a day, and I can hold it for about 24 hours. So maybe 2, 4, given the time frame.
Well, we would have to come across the body.
So we need 2 more. Okay. We can be on the lookout for that. I'm sure we'll find something along the way.
Use of the spell research and control. Okay, she can research one more. Given time, I could perhaps pick up some other ones, but I can also bring in a friend for a brief time. He's not quite a well, he's not quite a skeleton. He's more of a spirit, but he's useful in a pinch.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we've seen Flint do that.
You can
His friend-
summon spirits.
Isn't that what slushy is?
Yeah, I can summon one spirit in particular. Well, they might be many spirits, but yes.
I see. Do you have to have a focus?
I don't think so. Not for this spirit.
Oh, I need a medium to use mine through. You see her start.
This one's more a
back.
part of me.
Interesting. Well, any last morning rituals we need to get through? Or
I'll switch and use the hide armor at this point. So that's it.
You see
Wait.
after a moment, Rose pulls out a gilded skull.
where do you
Oh,
keep pulling all these things out from?
This was a gift from the Count. I'm not entirely sure why, but I do find it useful.
I mean, I think we have an orb that does the same thing. That's not a skull, but a skull is totally cooler.
No, this is specifically for this spell. I still
Oh.
need my general focus.
So she doesn't have one?
She does have an actual focus. You saw her using it yesterday.
Okay.
This specifically is the material cost for that spell.
Hmm.
So how far
What
away
kind of
is
spirit?
this? I was just asking, how far away is this bone grinder place?
If you give me a moment to look around, I might be able to tell.
Sure.
You see, she starts wandering around, taking a look at things. What is the party doing in the meantime?
Well, if we're all up and we are, I'm assuming we're at we get our full rest.
Yep.
Okay.
This is after the fourth rest.
Yep.
I guess I have to get my armor back on. At least the rest of it.
The actual outer layer.
Clank, clank, clank.
I'm probably just
Yep. Grabbing
casually
some rations,
reading.
packing up, right?
I've already made my
So
pack.
out of character, Naji, where does your tail go?
Don't have one.
You don't?
Nope.
What? Okay. Okay, yeah, then she would totally not know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. No
Anything
added
more you want
balance.
to do as they waste? As they wait for Rose to take a look around.
Are we close to the town at all?
Based on what y'all heard, where y'all were originally trying to go, y'all are still a day or two out.
Okay.
Are we all ready to set off, or?
I think I'm ready.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm ready.
but
Hey,
what
Will.
are we still gonna send a skeleton forward? Are we sending Dragonette forward?
Well, not now. I mean, once we get the
Yeah.
bone grinder in sight, then we can figure it out when we get there. I think we settled on me, but we'll see when we get there.
Sounds good.
I'll be further back. I don't believe in
Yeah.
sneaking.
You're a bit too crunchy for that.
That too.
At this point, you'll hear the clatter of bones walking up.
Well, when we do near this
As you see the
fiend.
skeleton.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was just saying, when we do near this fiend, Naji, I'll protect you from the evil.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Spell.
Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe we could reason out with this creature.
But if
I
not,
don't know where they ally themselves with or without the Count, so. An enemy of my enemy.
Well, he did tell us to destroy her, so probably not. Ally.
That's what I'm feeling.
still,
I think he wanted us to kill her.
I think so.
So at this point, you hear the clattering of bones walking up to y'all.
Mhm.
And you turn around, and the skeleton is just holding the bloodiest set of bones you have ever seen.
Oh.
No meat on
Maybe
it, just
keep him in the back.
bones.
Bones with bones. Nice.
We're gonna wash them at all?
Guess not.
It's at this point Rose comes back. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 2 hours out.
2 hours.
Maybe an hour and a half if we're lucky.
Okay, well, let's get started.
There's a
Okay.
nod. Oh,
Walk
one
and
moment.
talk.
You see her wave her hand towards the bones. And they all start to the blood starts to siphon off. And then a lot of them float out of the arms of the skeleton and slip into Rose's bag.
Hey, that thing you did to clean the bones, can you do that to my armor a little bit?
Oh, of course. She casts it again, aiming at limbs, and since you're a little bit bigger than a pile of bones. She is using, for those that actually know magic, Bendar, she is using the spell Prestidigitation.
Ooh.
What? That's cool. Oh wait. So how did she use? Is that what she used to skin the Wendigo?
Oh.
No,
I didn't think so.
skeleton had a
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. Okay.
knife. No,
Gotcha.
the skeleton had a knife.
I was just like,
It was just there was a
well,
bunch
because
of
he
blood
said
on
do the
bones.
same thing to my armor. I was like, wait, what's going on?
We're skinning Nachi.
I know, right?
Then you're familiar with more or less the outer planes. If you get an eye for this fiend, do you think you can identify it?
Actually, I would definitely be interested in knowing what kind of fiend it is, whether that's Tanari or Batu.
What's a Tanari or a Batu?
Well, the difference is that, well, one's a fiend and one is a devil and one is a demon. So you're either talking about the abyss or you're talking about, well, yeah, the hells.
Well, what is a fiend?
Well,
Is a fiend a devil, a demon, or something else entirely?
it's normally a demon. So that would be an abyssal creature. But this is the thing, is that so many are either called demons or devils, just colloquially, but they don't actually know what they're talking about. That makes sense.
I was under the impression that demons and devils were from the Nine Hells, weren't they?
Demons are from the abyss. The hells, the 9 hells, is where you would find the devils. So you have the archdevils of the various 9 hells. That's Avernus and Phlegethos and Stygia. There's quite a few others.
You are profoundly educated on hell.
What of the fiendish planes then? Where do they stand? I was under the impression that's where fiends came from.
Well, that's the thing, is that people can call something a fiend and it might be technically a devil. It gets the term gets thrown around easily, but if one is to actually delve into what that particular creature is, it could be either a devil or a demon. And that's a big difference because both of these two are at each other's throats. The hells do not like the abyss. Matter of fact, it's
Why?
the hells that are keeping the abyss from spilling over and consuming everything, including the astral sea.
Wow.
Well, I guess we'll continue.
Imagine y'all are walking while this conversation is going on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So are fiends nothing but one of the two, or are they all three different beings?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
They were asking if fiends were a different set of beings, or if they fell under one of the two.
That's. I think fiends count as either. So I
Yeah.
can't tell the difference.
Yeah, it's like I said, yeah.
To give you a heads up, fiends are neither. Fiends are fiends. They're not demons or devils.
Demon or devil? Yeah, I'm looking, yeah. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they They generally have their own things, but they're usually in between fighting those two.
Mm.
But yes.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
just going by the
Anything
Yeah, the
else
fiendish
would like to talk
plains. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay.
Anything the party would like to talk about as y'all continue on your way?
Mm.
Would I take that as a no?
No.
I'm thinking, but I'm not having any ideas.
Do you guys think we're even
As
on
you
the prime material plane? As in, like, the place that we know of? The places that we know of? The Sword Coast, Hyrulia, anywhere?
Honestly, I've never heard of this place, so I'm not entirely sure. It wouldn't surprise me if we.
Just from the
The
description
people
of the
are
Shadowfell, I almost feel like this is some form of it.
What makes you think it's the Shadowfell?
Because it's so deeply tied in with our world, with the central plane. And
Is
just
it?
the way that we came here, you guys described mists. I mean, I don't know. It's just a theory.
good theory.
As you're walking Dragonet, you see something out of the corner of your eye. You see a dark figure crouched low to the ground on a hill, perfectly still with a crossbow trained on you.
All right. Am I in crossbow range?
Yeah, everybody's in crossbow range. But you see, based on how far it is, you've been in crossbow range for a while.
Okay.
They're
I'm
only
gonna.
about 70 feet out.
Oh, okay, got it. Then I'll hold up. Look ahead. I'm gonna point it out to everybody. There's something up ahead. Looks like a figure with a crossbow, but they haven't shot at us yet.
There. Are they
We
trying?
better get ready.
Yeah. Can I tell if the crossbow is raised or whether they just have a crossbow?
Oh no, it's aimed. You can see the glint of the bolt in the front of it.
That's fine. Then I'm gonna raise my bow. I'm not gonna shoot, but I'm gonna prepare myself.
You see the body tense a little bit, but no bolt flies yet.
Do we want to send someone and talk?
Sure. I wave him down.
If it is talk you wish, I can speak for you. Well, I can speak for them to you. You hear a voice on your other side.
Who's them?
As you see out of the mist stands a young man, a little gaunt in the face, but stronger than a lot of people. You see he has a crossbow across his back and a short sword belted to his hip, which his hand is currently resting on the hilt of. You say you wish to speak, yes?
Yes.
Who are you?
My name is Eris. Who are you?
Adventurers?
Adventurous.
Yes.
You look rather alive to be adventurers.
Mm. Fresh
Well, we're
blood.
working.
Do you plan?
We're working on that. Trust me.
You seek death.
No, no, but it seems to be seeking us.
Death seeks everyone here in Barovia. Tell me, adventurers, have you seen any others upon your path?
Any other what?
People, of course.
I
Well, we
wouldn't
saw this one.
know.
I'll
I'll
point it
point
back.
to the figure on the hill with the crossbow and say that would be one.
That is one of mine.
Well,
We
no
are in
people.
search of two young children that have gone missing from a village nearby.
Ooh.
Oh
Seen any sign
no.
of them?
We've
No.
seen no children.
Well, actually,
Unfortunate.
that's a good coincidence because we're on our way to deal with a fiend that is suspected of grinding young children up.
Have you?
Indeed.
Can you tell me more of this fiend? And
She's a
what
banker.
a fiend might be?
What is her name again?
It's Lady Morgantha.
Morgan.
Lady
She's been,
Morgantha.
he's been collecting children, trading for pastries and such for many decades now in the city of Barovia. Or so we've been told.
Interesting.
Quite.
And you think they may have these missing children?
I mean,
How long ago did they go missing?
It's been about a week now. We're not too hopeful that we will find them, but perhaps they're out in the mountains somewhere.
Do you know their
As I
names?
understand it, they ran out on their parents. Mm.
Hmm.
unwise.
Names. What was the boy's name? Fresk? Is that right? No, that doesn't sound right. Kava! You hear him. You call out to the mists. What were those children's names again? You hear no response. Yes, the ones we're looking for. Who do you think I'm asking about? Freak? No, the boy's name. The boy's name is Freak. Oh, bloody hell. What kind of parents do we deal with? I get you. I'll pass it along. A young boy, age 7. His name is Freak, apparently. And a young girl, Metal. She is just turned 5. It was her
Aw.
birthday 2 days ago.
Well, concerning.
What information? See, I mean, can we describe this place, this bone grinder, and see if maybe you know something about it? I say to the man.
He listens to you. Are you describing it? Or is somebody else describing it?
One of us.
I don't think anybody actually knows anything other than it's a windmill.
Oh, a windmill. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Have you? Do you know anything about a windmill in the area?
About an hour's walk that way, there is an abandoned windmill. As I understand it, it was abandoned some years ago.
No one's been over there since.
Not to my knowledge, the family that ran it disappeared.
We aim to take a look.
If we were to find these 2 children, is there some way to identify that we found them and not other kids? Something about them that we could tell it was Freak and Myrtle?
Well, I don't imagine too many young children are running around out here. However, let me see. You see, he starts digging through his bag, seeing if he can find anything. Freak. Ah, yes, here we go. A young brown-haired boy, large. He has a birthmark on his left calf, several freckles across his face. The girl is a redhead. Oh, that's a rare one. You don't find too many of those anymore. Be enough. But yes, brown-haired boy, birthmark, redhead.
Yeah.
Anything
And
more?
if we find these children, where do we take them? Where do they go? Where are their parents?
They belong to the village of Barovia.
Mm.
I imagine if you're traveling this path, you've come from that way? Or did you come out of Ravencroft?
The village.
We came from the village.
Yes, well,
Huh.
you may have better luck there.
Well, I expected you guys to have been from the village we're going to.
Who hired you to
Yeah.
look for these kids?
There are children missing. There was no one that needed to hire us.
Oh.
Mm.
If you need supplies and whatnot, you may find it in Velaki, but he glances over at Missy. Perhaps not. Be careful.
Are you willing to join us on this possible mission to save these children?
I would, however, it may be better for us to split our focuses. You investigate the mill. We will continue to scan the mountainside just in case the children are elsewhere and not with this fiend, as you say. You never did quite say what a fiend was, by the way.
Eh, some sort of creature? Hard to explain.
Well, it's bad because it's taking children, and that's all that really matters.
Do you think you can handle it?
I don't know, but how many more kids have to die in Barovia?
Best they die young than face some of the things the adults have to. This is
But
not
what
a
if there's
happy
a
life for us.
but what if there's a chance that they can have a brighter future, that we can do something about this?
Miss, you may be purple, so you do not know our ways. If you can find a way to give children a better life, please share. I would love to hear it, but I will be unlikely to believe you. This place is nothing more than a hellscape.
Just keep some wine warm for us when we bring back the children.
It is unlikely we will meet again, my friend. At least not if you head back for Barovia. If you do find the children, he hands you a small canister. Point this in the air and smash it. It will send up a flare and we will see it. And we shall know that they are safe.
I'll take the flare.
There is a nod.
The heck is this thing?
Can I
Any of
try
you
to
know
make
how to
a
use this?
yeah? Can I try to make an Arcana check on it, or
Would Arcana be the right skill?
maybe it's
I
not? Yeah.
actually think this would be history.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think.
All right.
It's not actually magical. He did also just tell y'all how to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was just making
Just
sure
looking
it
at
wasn't
it.
like magical or whatever.
Oh yeah, you can if you want to roll. If you want to check for that, that's definitely Arcana.
Yeah.
I
Random.
misunderstood what you're trying to
Randomness.
do. Go ahead and roll me some Arcana.
Oh,
There's no magic in this. This is an alchemy-based item. It's effectively a Roman candle.
Okay.
There's a little bit of explosive powder at the bottom. Then will shoot a shaped charge into the air of a certain color. Once the bottom has been triggered, the powder will ignite, and it will go. Shroom.
yeah. Strange.
Don't shoot at dry meat.
Okay.
It is technically a ball of fire.
Hmm.
Not harmful ball of fire, that being said, but a ball of fire all the same. Think of, have you ever seen flash paper?
Yeah.
Effectively like that. Short-lived flame.
I think it's enough to ignite a windmill.
Probably not. Windmills are generally built out of stone.
Yeah.
If it's an old, dry wooden one, then maybe.
All right. Well, thank you, Sir Hunter, or Ranger, and your friend.
You see he waves the guy on the hill off. I wish you luck in your hunts. If you ever need our assistance, feel free to call. It is unfortunate that the children are going missing. We would like to stop this from happening if we can. And miss, if you do find that better way, drinks on me, eh?
Yes.
There's a nod, and he steps back. The
Eric,
mist starting to
Eric
flow
nudges
around him.
Missy with his elbow.
Missy's been nudged.
What's up, Eric?
That man clearly likes you.
Right.
Is that what you got off that?
I'm sure Miss E
Couldn't offer
is
us
very
a drink.
used to the look she gets when traveling through human settlements.
Anybody want to roll an insight
Yeah.
against that guy?
Eric
Sure.
makes no insight check.
Oh, my insight sucks.
Oh, don't worry. Mine's terrible.
Bender absolutely convinced. Yeah, this guy was totally into Missy. Missy, yeah, you know, Najee knows, Dragonette knows. It was more towards, yeah, Eric knows too. He's just being a fucking Eric. That he, it was more interested in the comment on giving the children a better way. He had a sad smile on his face.
They said they're from Barovia, though, the village.
He said that's where the kids were from, not where he's
Okay.
from,
But they're from, like, the other town.
presumably, because they're
Okay.
closer.
Wow, look at that. Ismark, or at least his dad, is doing something. Contacting other towns. Oh, yeah.
So, what does Eric have to say now? Or does anybody have a comment on that for Eric?
I mean, I can
Oh.
tell he's not into me the way that most are into me. I didn't get the same look in the eyes and the thirst that I usually see.
I'll say with my insight roll, I didn't know it at first until someone else was like, eh. And now Eric's like, oh.
At this point in the back,
Okay.
you hear
Yep.
Rose pipe up. Do you make people want drinks?
Yes, I do. Yeah, drinks of me.
How would that work? Do you like cut off your hand and grind it up? That sounds painful.
No.
You actually see her wince and her hand goes to her wrist. And she starts to rub it almost unconsciously.
No, Rose. This is a more adult type of dinner.
So, alcohol?
No.
Maybe you should buy some armor when we get to town. You see? You can't just go around adventuring in your dress all the time, can you?
I think Missy is wearing yours. Is she wearing leathers?
Are you?
I have leather armor
Yeah, that's
on.
what I thought.
Yeah.
It's just built to be suggestive and get stabbed in the tip.
Yes.
Oh,
It's all
Yeah.
S&M. Total
Yeah.
S&M outfit.
Yes.
That's a typical female RPG outfit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
I actually
Yes.
have stats for magical bikini armor.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh.
Tell me what he said about that flare. Don't shoot it at what?
That wasn't what he said. That was what Bendar thought with
Oh,
his
okay.
knowledge. 'Cause he just said smash it and point up. Effectively smash the bottom and point up.
Okay.
Yeah. Man has a lot of faith in us. I feel like Barovia doesn't.
He's got kids to go look for.
Yeah.
If he'll let y'all's asses
Well-
on fire, that's on y'all. It's not his
Still give us a
problem.
flare.
We have a good track record. I mean, we're 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's a fiend, so that's a different level.
And nobody ever did explain what it was fiend. What a fiend was to that man. He has no idea.
Okay, we don't. We've already established we don't either. But dragon, whatever, demon, devil, fiend. I'm pretty sure
Oh
all of
wait,
them are
we
trying
put a
to.
dragon in the middle? Is that what I heard?
Doesn't matter. They're all going to murder us.
I'm getting stats.
I just want to know what she is before, we do anything.
It's just a gut feeling.
You actually hear from Rose at this point in the conversation. How do you know she's a fiend?
Because
I've
they
seen
said,
Morgana for a couple times, but she's always seemed just an old lady to me.
yeah, we'll find out.
I know. Yeah, I know because he knows, and I'm pointing at Najee.
I just know these things.
Some
We
people
chased her
can
out
be
of-
really.
We chased her out of the village a few days ago. She was trying to kidnap a young boy.
And kidnapping makes her a fiend?
Well, Najee here is able to determine if a creature is a fiend or some sort of other evil thing from his paladin training.
You are a paladin
That one I am?
of the Morning Lord?
I wouldn't say so. I'm just the guy trying to do good in the world. All it is.
My father was like that. He would have done.
Dragon is going to bite her tongue and not say a word.
There's a shake of her head.
Another.
It's at that point, Dragonette, you feel something tug at your boot.
It's the puppy.
It's Wesley.
Aww.
Nice.
Tail is going. You can actually hear the skeleton bones hitting against each other as the skeleton tail wags.
Yeah. Dragonette will look down at the dog and look up at either Miss E or Eric, whoever is closest to her, pleadingly in her eyes, get the skeleton dog away from me, please.
I try to pick it up immediately.
It's licking your face with its non-existent tongue.
So cute. Does it have like the cloth on it?
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, okay.
It is
So-
attempting to lick your face despite not having a tongue.
It's so cute. Does anybody want to pet him? Here, Eric.
No.
And I hand the puppy to Eric.
Eric's just cautiously petting it.
It stares
Oh,
deep
it's-
into your soul, Eric.
It's okay, Eric. It's just a little puppy.
Yeah, I've just never been around a bone puppy before.
It does mess with the nose, doesn't it?
But less hair, less mess. It won't get on your clothes.
I think I'm allergic to this type of dog.
Are you
I have-
allergic to bones?
I don't know.
I just
Oh.
don't want to dislocate one of its bones if I pet it too
You see it
aggressively.
twist its head and its jaw comes undone.
Oh. Okay. I
And it
guess that's
twists
not a
the other
problem.
way and it snaps back into place.
I guess it's fine. I'll
Yeah.
start giving it chin scritches.
It doesn't have a chin. It doesn't have skin. It's
It's
got
got
the
a
jawbone
jaw.
underneath.
There's still a chin. Chin's part of the jawbone.
Yeah, but usually when you say chin, you're scratching under the skin that makes the bottom of the mouth. He doesn't have that.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
You're scratching the mandible.
Yeah, that's what it'll be.
While you're doing that, it suddenly turns away to look at Miss E, excited, leaving his jaw in your hand, Eric.
Interesting.
I mean, necromancy isn't for me, but I still have to admire the ease and be able to use it. Unlike my craft, which I have to learn magic circle and then a high-level planner binding spell.
It takes quite a bit to get used to actually using necromancy. There's not a lot of low-end necromantic works. Most low-end necromancer either make it big or, well, don't,
That's true.
according to the tales.
But at least they can rely on one spell, whereas I would have to rely on many spells.
I suppose that's one way to put it. Would the party wish to continue?
Yes.
Can I whisper something to Dragonette real quick?
You always can. I won't stop you.
You dare. You dare, Dragonette? Tragic.
What do you want me to? What are you daring me to do?
No, I was just curious. As someone who trusts others less, I guess. What's your feel on Rose? My worry and theory right now is that she may be a spy from our.
Yes, that is definitely possible. What are you going to do about it?
Just curious.
Then let's continue. It may be a very fatalistic approach, but that is mine. It's if I can't do anything about it, then accept it and let's go. So it's the same deal with Strahd when we met him on the road. There was nothing I could do. There was no choice given. So accept it and we do the best we can.
There we go.
Am I going to try to cut her throat at night? No, absolutely not. But it's also because I don't think it would do any good too. Not only don't I want to, but I'm not sure that I could even if I did want to.
Yes. All right. Just wanted to check in, make sure that I wasn't overthinking things. Carry on.
Oh, Miss Dragonette. You hear from Rose.
Yes, what is it, Rose?
You said you wanted to go up on your own, did you?
Only when we have the place in sight and I can get the lay of the land. I don't know whether there are windows in a windmill. I don't know whether my stealthing up is going to do any good. I need to be able to see the area before I decide whether me getting up close and looking at the windmill itself is going to do any good.
Well, there is another option that I can give.
And that is?
I can turn you briefly invisible.
Oh, that would be very
I will
useful.
accept I will accept that offer, I was going to ask Eric for some words of guidance before I tried to stealth over, but that in combination with your gift of invisibility will be very welcome.
It will limit me in what I can do later, but it's not too hard of a spell to perform.
Thanks.
I was going to say, if you want me to.
Out of character, I was going to wait until I was a minute away. That's why.
Then I'll wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait. But yeah. So there's. You
All
just
right.
let me know when you need it, Dragonette.
Mm-hmm.
The hours start to move past, or the time starts to move past, not hours, as y'all wander in between massive hills, just following the way, until eventually you start to pull out of these winding paths. And next to you, you see a fork. One leading off to the left and one off to the right. You can look, and off to the right, you see that instead of the trail continuing on through the mountains getting higher as y'all have been walking, you see it turns into more of a lazy, winding trail heading out of the mountains and into a valley. And at your vantage point, you see in the distance a small town just at the heart of the valley. It's walled off, and it sits right next to a great lake of black, still water. However, even closer to that, the other fork, you see what looks like into the distance an old, dilapidated stone woodmill. Its wooden veins stripped bare and warped. Most likely your destination. No lights burn out of it, and it is very dark. Uninhabited almost.
I'm not sure that it matters, but what time of day is it?
Y'all are looking, y'all left around then, so you're approaching noon.
Okay. Well, if she is what I think she is, then approaching at night is not going to do any good. Or I should say, any less bad than approaching during the middle of the day. So now is as good a time as any to take a look.
What do you suspect that she is?
I don't know.
Then by what basis do you make that assumption?
The fact that she was trying to steal a kid and
Well,
I see what
Najee.
you're saying. A fiend.
Oh,
My assumption, since that Najee knows that she is a fiend, my assumption is that fiends have the ability to see in the dark just because of their nature. So I'm assuming that now is as good a time as any to go and inspect this windmill.
Well, I ask not because they might be able to see in the dark, but would they not still need to sleep? Do fiends not sleep?
I don't know.
honestly, I
Did we
don't
see
know.
her?
I
Didn't
think
we see
everybody
her?
turns to Bendar.
We saw her in the middle of the night and in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think Bendar would
The
even
first time y'all
know.
saw him
Yeah.
was right on the cusp of night, and the second time was during the day.
Maybe she's out selling pies during the day and won't be home.
Oh, even better if she's not there.
Yeah, we can see if anything's caged.
Is the cart there?
Not that you can see from where you are. But it also might be around back. You're another probably about half an hour from the windmill itself.
And do fiends usually come in packs?
It depends. It really depends.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh.
It's kind of just odd how she's here and yet almost like maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what do you mean it's strange that she is here? Would you not expect a fiend to be here in Barovia?
Well, of course, but I mean, I just have fanciful theories, but it's almost like she was placed here to be a thorn in Strahd's side.
Placed by who?
I don't know. This whole place is just strange. So, forgive my thoughts.
Well, there may be an interesting thing to look into then. Behind the old windmill, there stands some standing stones. Perhaps they may give answers that you're looking for.
Take a look. But
You wanna go
first,
look at this
first
standing-
Dragonette should probably case the place just to make sure, you know, there's no enemies about in the immediate vicinity, and then make sure we can approach safely.
Hey, do y'all
Well, are
mind
we-
if somebody listens into a session real quick?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I don't care.
Go ahead.
Not at all.
Sorry for interrupting you.
So what are we? What were you, Bender? What were you suggesting? I scope the windmill or the standing stones that
just
Rose was
just
mentioning?
the general air. Unless we're already doing that. We just want to make sure that there's no like sentries out in the immediate area, and then if like for instance, if the windmill has windows, you know, maybe a stealthy person might go over and check and make sure there's nothing inside before we all just approach, right?
Yeah, I mean the other. I don't know if this windmill has windows. I don't know how I'm going to see inside. I'm thinking, why would a windmill have windows?
Yeah, I mean, or slits or anything like that. So yeah, if it's just a solid tower, then okay.
Rose raises her hand. It's got windows.
So how familiar, Rose? How familiar are you with this windmill?
I've been there several times with my father.
Because you
Yes.
owned it.
Been some time, yes, but
This is your family's windmill.
yes, or at least it was.
Oh,
Okay, so tell me about this windmill. How many windows does it have?
Hmm.
Are they low enough are they on the ground level so that if I was on the ground level, I could look in from outside?
Let me take a look.
Thinking. Windows.
not like glass windows, like arrow slit things, you know.
Mm-mm.
Not sure how sophisticated
the
this is.
Base floor, I don't think you'll find any. On some of the higher floors, you might, though.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think you're gonna climb the windmill unless you.
You see your actual point out. Look, you can kind of see the second floor, right where it starts to peter in. And there's a window on every side of the wall there. And on the third floor, there's another set of 4. But the bottom floor and the top floor don't, as the windmill would get in the way, and there's none on the first floor, only the door.
Yeah, so Dragonette's going to turn to the group.
Would you
What?
like a picture of the window?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
As y'all can see it at
Sure.
distance.
Yeah, Dragonette's going to turn to the rest of the group. What am I looking for? I mean, even invisible, am I opening that door and looking inside? Or am I going to try to climb? I'm not the best climber. I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not the best climber. I'd have to get lucky in order to make it higher up, climbing the walls of this thing.
I wouldn't
You
even.
might be able to use. Look, you can see the lip. It used to be a railing that ran out over. Well, not a railing, an overhang that went it over, but it doesn't look to be in good condition. I don't know if you'd be able to crawl onto it, and the stone surface itself would be a very flat climb, unless you can stick to walls. I'm not sure how much of a chance you'd have.
Well, if you can get up to to a window you could potentially get in and sneak around. It kind of
Yes.
depends if they're home or not.
Yes, and if I fall and attract a noise, whether they can track me down. So, at the very least, I think I can run pretty fast. So, the worst thing that happens is that you'll see sprinting. You'll see nothing sprinting at you incredibly fast if things go sideways. I'm going to try to once we're close enough. I'm going to try to take Rose up on her invisibility spell, and then I will try to climb up onto that first level and look in those second story windows. I think I'll be able to tightrope my way around the perimeter, if you get my meaning.
Well,
I will say, if you want me to join you, I can kind of give you a bonus to some stuff. I can make you silent. If you have like a backpack to carry me in, maybe.
A backpack, because you'll be a critter.
Sorry, I should have clarified. I can turn into like a weasel or something.
yeah, and you could like climb and you could do a good lookout.
Dragonette is laughing. I had this vision of me carrying you like a baby backpack.
That's pretty big.
That will not affect them as well. It will effectively be a floating critter, even if they are encased in your bag.
I could see. I could be a spider.
Yes.
Just hang out on your foot.
Just know the last time Flint and a party member went after the creature, they were put to sleep. So do be careful.
That's fine. As an elf, I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
And she probably won't notice the spider.
No, and if the spider goes to sleep, I'll pick it up and put it in my pocket. So that sounds like a great plan. Let's do that.
Yes.
Sounds good, like a good plan.
luck.
Just scream if you need
No,
help.
it sounds like a terrible plan because it relies on me. But we're gonna do this anyway.
With a lot of buff.
Meanwhile, we should
Alright, then
check on
I'll
those
pull up
standing
some-
stones at some point, but let's do this first.
Yes.
I'll pull out some mistletoe and I'll light a fire and burn it with a torch, and I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh.
So as long as you stay within 30 feet of me,
Nice.
some like black mist swirling around, your movement should be silent, and you don't leave footprints or anything. And if you're okay with me hanging out, and then I'll cast Wild Shape and turn into a spider.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I hang on your boot.
Well, how big of a spider are you? Are you hanging on my back? Aren't you like a giant spider?
I figured I'd be a normal spider for size.
Yeah, they can
reasons.
turn into zero. They just, if they get in a fight, they're fucked.
Yeah.
You also have to
Well,
worry
I think I
about
have-
them
We are.
going off.
I was
have-
gonna say if we get in a fight, I think we're all fucked. So I'm not worried
Yep.
about that piece. That's fine.
Just
You
run.
see
Yeah, I've-
Rose reach
One hit
Awesome.
point.
Yep.
staff appears in her hand and she pokes you with the large ball that's at the end of it. And suddenly, y'all don't fucking see Dragonette anymore. Bitch is gone. Now you need to be careful. If you move too quickly, the spell will ripple. Extreme
mean,
movements, like in a fight,
Understood. Yep.
you will break the spell. You'll need to be careful. Oh, should we stay up here? There's not much cover down that way.
Stay up here, and we'll come back. Either if you see a ripple in the air sprinting back towards you at top speed, it means we're going to need a hasty retreat. Otherwise, I will let you know when I return by. I don't know. Whenever. I don't know how long is the invisibility spell last, Rose?
Also an hour.
Hour, yeah.
Oh,
I
then I'll
will-
see you in an hour.
Oop.
Oh dear. Keep Dragonette safe, Flint.
And don't attack or cast a spell. Got it. Okay.
That's what she was meaning by don't make quick movements.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Fall down or do anything else. Okay, got it.
And Dragonette, you start to creep your way forward, moving nice and slowly as you get closer to this almost decrepit windmill. The onion-domed edifice seems to lean forward and off to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. Got gray brick walls and a dirt-covered window on the upper floors, a decrepit platform encircles the windmill above, and a flimsy doorway seems to be the only entrance on the bottom floor. But perched above that beam, right in front of the door, is a raven, looking around. He looks a little agitated.
Is there a way to circle at a distance, circle around the windmill so that I'm approaching it from the opposite side or at least out of sight of the raven?
You can.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
You wrap around, taking your time to move quietly through the tall grass that seems to grown up. And unfortunately, it seems Rose was right. You see no other entrances on the floor you're on. The wood above, making what used to be a awning around the building, is rotten. You can see the wood starting to crumble. It's already come down in some places, just laying on the ground around it.
Are there any beams that are still in place that I think would hold my weight to get me up to the second level to be able to look in the window?
It doesn't look like it.
Chicken. Okay, then. All right.
It's right at that point. You hear the door open.
Ooh. Ooh, that's fun.
Yes. It is time, I think. Old Mama Mogantha is off to sell. Yes, I wonder if they'll be interested today. I think they might. You hear her smack her lips. And then she pauses. She smacks her lips again. And then you hear her sniff. And she starts to look around. What's the rest of the party doing? Y'all can see her moving out.
Oh, okay.
And she stopped. You can see the woman, an old woman, kind of hunched back a little bit with a shawl over her face. But you can definitely she's looking around for something.
Like,
Rose and the skeleton drop to the ground to hide in the grass.
I'm
We'll
definitely
just
like
hold.
hiding and yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah, hiding.
hiding.
like, what? How's my hubris? Do I want to hide?
You see Morgantha start to move around the back of the windmill. What are you doing?
I can can I hear her moving?
Oh, you see her now.
Oh,
She's
then
coming
I'm
around.
moving.
She's moving towards you.
I'm backing away in the opposite direction.
Okay. Roll me a D100. Call high or low.
Uh-oh.
See how lucky you are.
You're lucky.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna call. What the hell? I'm gonna call low,
There.
and let's see what happens. Oh man,
Dragonette, you're moving back. You're just like, okay, move back. And then you feel your back bump into something and make a small jangle. As you whip around, it's the cart. You see her freeze. Now, what little treat is hiding in the grass today? You see she starts creeping along. Come out. Are you a wee little child? I have some interesting treats for you. Do you like candy, little one? Mama Morgantha has many sweet tickets if you're interested. You see she's getting closer and closer, Dragonette.
Then
You
I'm
can feel her hot, foul-smelling breath. Oh.
I'm gonna try to sneak away.
Okay, you start to
It's-
move away. You
It's
see
clear that
her
she
head
can't see
follow
it.
you as she sniffs a little bit behind where you're going.
Yeah, because she can't see me,
Now-
but she can smell me. Right.
Come out, little one. I won't bite. I just want to give you some treat.
Is-
I am
what-
backing away towards the other side of the windmill. What I'm doing is trying to fall back so that I can fall back towards the group.
Mm. Must be nothing. You see her shake her head and grab onto the cart.
Whew.
And she starts pulling it towards the road, which is at this point where you realize something, Dragonette. If she's leaving, she's heading straight for the party.
Oh.
We'll be fine.
So
Well-
You see her pull it around the windmill and start pushing it onto the road.
all right. If
Now,
I
Okay. How far from where I am to where the party is? How many 8 feet?
several hundred. You
How
had to
m-
go like 10, 20 minutes before you actually got here.
I
Oh, wow.
understand.
Okay.
What I'm asking is whether it's it can't be more than a minute. Oh no, it could be because I did the stealth check. Whether it's in range a range of a longbow shot.
It'd be a long one,
Yeah.
but if you're not aiming to hit them,
Nope,
you'd be able
I
to
am-
get near them.
That's my point. Is I am intentionally not aiming to hit them, but I want to crouch around the side. As soon as I see that wagon going, I want to crouch around the side and I want to send a longbow shot in their direction, but not into their midst. Although I don't know whether I can see where they are exactly.
Wasn't somebody standing up?
Nadi's not hiding.
You can see Naji.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if we see her coming, we see her coming. And I was gonna,
Oh yeah, y'all can see her.
yeah, I was gonna suggest Bendar's gonna say to the others. I mean, at this point, I think this is if we're going to confront her, want to confront her away from the windmill, and yeah, we could, maybe set up something. Maybe
Okay,
not
yeah,
all
well,
of
if I
us
see
should be visible.
Yeah, and if I see Najee standing there and he can see the cart, then I'm not going to shoot because he can see what I can see. So, all right, good.
Okay, this
Then,
is the only time I'm gonna say this, but I do kind of look like a child. Maybe we can use that to bait her somewhere. If anyone mentions this in the future, I will be upset.
No. No.
Dragonette, there is one thing you hear. Ooh, customers. Let's sell them a little slice of heaven.
I'm
You
gonna
see her
turn
straighten up a little bit and start going off towards Nachi.
I'll keep that in mind, Eric. Just for negotiation
That's fine.
purposes.
As soon as she's gone, I'm going to make for the front door.
You see it has closed again.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm checking the outside of the door. Does it appear to be locked or barred in any way?
No, so you probably kick through it as well. But more concerning is what you hear inside. There's people laughing. Two,
No.
maybe. Just cackling. And you can hear them moving on a higher floor.
I hear the cackling directly inside or I hear the cackling upstairs.
Upstairs, it sounds like.
Got it. Then I want to just open the door and look in. I want to slowly open the door and look inside that first level.
As soon as you do, the door starts to creak open, and the raven above the door starts to caw and hop. The Morgantha whips around.
As I'm looking in what I can see of the first door, am I seeing any cages with kids in them?
You do not. Let me get what you see. Give me a moment. I need this one. Yes. You peek in to see a filthy kitchen. Baskets and old dishware absolutely everywhere. There's a chicken coop and a heavy wooden trunk. Set across the room is a very pretty wooden cabinet with some flowers on the door. You get the sound of chickens and toads.
Okay, but no kids. Nobody, nothing that would obviously be like a trunk that would be holding kids or cages with kids in them.
The trunk, maybe, but not two.
Oh, you mean it? You might be able to stuff one kid in there, but not two.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Also
I don't
covered in
see.
shit. There's like plates just piled on it. So if the kid's in there, he's probably a skeleton.
Then I'm gonna move away from the door. I'm gonna leave the windmill and I'm gonna move towards.
Oh, you see Morgantha stomping right at you.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna pop up and
no.
And you see, what are you, Dragonette? What are you doing? Because she's heading right for that door.
Yeah. I'm moving out of the way of the door. I'm walking away from the door, or stealthing away from the door as quickly as I can, because she can't see me. She can smell me, and obviously the raven is a lookout. I'm going to move away from the door and in an opposite direction, kind of perpendicular to the straight line back to where everybody was, where Najee is standing,
As
just to
you're
get
getting
out
there,
of the way.
you see her bend down and pick something up from the ground. She looked pissed. And she picks up a broom, turns it over, and then starts swatting at the raven. Get, you foul creature, get.
get back down.
This little raven bitch is back. You hear movement up above as you're moving away. The raven fucking goes for it. And don't come back. It's at this point you're starting at a little bit of distance and you can't hear as well as you hear Morgantha talk. You can see she's talking to somebody just inside, but not see who it is. Before the door gets closed with a snap. And Lady Morgantha walks away, back towards her cart. She leans the broom up against the wall.
Got it. Then I'm gonna, on a parallel route, make my way back towards the group.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna stand up next to Najee.
oh, no.
Oh, look, there's more. I wonder if they'll buy today. Let's find out. Here we go. She starts pushing the cart back up.
Hey Najee, I think you and I should be the one to go down, and maybe everybody else, things go rough, then they can just jump in.
Sure.
Does it matter that she's seen Najee? Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
Unless anyone else
That's
wants
silly.
to, negotiate.
But
I
she's
mean, I
coming down real
could, but
quickly.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably hang back.
As y'all look up again to see how close, you see she has halved the distance in a considerable amount of time.
Okay, I'm gonna look down at Flint, who's the spider
You're
on my
behind
boot.
her. Oh no,
Oh.
Flint's with you. Right.
Yeah, Flint's with me. I'm gonna look down at Flint and ask him, do you want to explore the inside of that mill? 2 mandibles for no and 1 mandible for yes, or whatever.
I'll climb up her and try and sort of bite you twice, but not really. Like just bite your arm.
Okay, so that's no. We're gonna go back to the group.
Group. This bitch just pops up pretty much in front of y'all. She jumps off the back of the cart. Well, hello, dearies. Come to buy some dream pastries, have you?
How much are they?
Oh, it's quite interesting. Haven't I met you somewhere before?
I think we've passed by each other on the streets before.
Oh,
You seem to have been here for quite some time.
yes. Well,
Quite the
anyway,
reputation.
1 gold for a pastry. Freshly baked this morning.
Bendar walks over and takes a look at the pastries, rubbing his chin, admiring maybe. And then
They
he...
look pretty good. They actually smell really good as well.
So what are these pastries made of? I hear they're very
Little
famous.
That and a little magic. Yes. People don't get as much in the way of positivity anymore. So I took it upon myself to try to broaden their minds a little bit.
I suppose you use that old windmill to grind the flour.
Yes, indeed. The windmill itself doesn't work anymore. We're still working on trying to get it repaired, but you know how it is. No one wants to come out here just to help a little old lady.
So strange.
Oh, you said we. You say you're not doing this business by yourself. That's
Of
good to
course
hear.
not. I have my daughter with me. She keeps the bakery safe. Keeps an eye on things, you know? Never know what you're going to run out to here.
So how many do you do this regularly? Every day?
Yes. Oh, not every day. It's a bit of a commute. Every few days, though.
I see.
Well, I guess I will buy one. One pastry.
Yes. I would advise sitting down before you eat it, though. You'll get the most wonderful visions.
The life of adventure. Hard
I'll
to find a place to sit.
I'll buy one as well. I'm interested. Anyway, I could.
Oh, so many today.
I'll wrap it up.
I've also heard that you accept alternate payment.
Well, it depends on who you're asking.
You seem to. How should I put this? From the rumors I hear, you accept children as payment.
Why would I accept children?
Hmm.
What good would they be? I've already got one little mess of a daughter. I don't need another.
Interesting. Why didn't we see you take one from the Barovian village?
Yes. Did you? Actually, yes, I do remember you now. You were the ones that chased me over the river. Yes, I talked with the mother. She seemed interested in getting the boy to Valaki. I'm halfway there, so I thought I can give him a ride. She's been an old patron of mine, so what can I do for such a young lass?
Of course.
After all, she seems to be losing herself a little bit, and I thought, oh, you may be better off over there. Quite the unfortunate little mess of a thing. I imagine you met her as well?
I didn't speak to her personally.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay.
So what do you think of the Count, Madame Morgan?
Interesting fellow. Bit creepy, if you ask me. Tends to swoop around like a big bat.
Oh, come on now. You have some more saucy opinion of him, perhaps.
I haven't met the man very much. He tends to keep up at Ravenloft. And if I'm honest, don't like to go up there if I can avoid it.
I see.
He doesn't like my pastries.
I have also heard that. He seems to not approve of your business.
Does he? Oh, I've never had any issues with him. He's never made a move against my selling them.
So you wouldn't
Not to my
have
knowledge.
any idea why he would not like you.
Not to my knowledge, no. Perhaps he's looking to get into the pastry business.
Yeah, I don't
seems-
quite think so.
Oh, I
Oh.
think you're probably right, but what other reason would there be to bother an old woman and her children?
You, I've heard he's an eccentric man. Doesn't like when people dislike ravens, even.
It's not one of his. It's one of those damn familiars over from Valaki. They like poking their nose and things.
So do you work here alone at the mill? Seems like a
No,
lot of
as I
work
said.
for just one old lady.
I have. Oh, no, as I said, I have my daughter.
Oh, right.
She's a troublemaker, but she works when put to the grindstone.
I see. Well, I guess there's no beating around the bush. The Count has sent us for you. So
Why would
then
he do that?
I have to ask, why is he so interested in you?
Why would the Count want anything?
Surely you would know.
Yes.
You see
No
her start
need,
to tap her chin.
no need for your facades. We all wear masks here, but you can speak more truthfully.
Well, I think I may have an idea. The Count has not taken well to people being moved out of Barovia. And some time ago, I helped move a few children. What was her name? Irina, I believe. At least I think that's the name she goes by now. I helped
Did you
set her in the
say?
right direction.
Did you say Irina?
Yes, yeah, I think that's the name she took, yes. I couldn't remember the name she used then. She was quite young.
You moved her somewhere?
Yes. I made sure she was found by the right people, and the good Count has a habit of liking to sweep things under the rug once he's taken an interest in something. And perhaps it's that. Silencing somebody that knows something. You should have seen what he's done to the people that perhaps best not, if you work for him.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Do you know anything?
We don't work.
Yeah.
We
Not
don't work
necess-
for him by choice.
Are we close enough that we can hear this?
You're in the grass next to him. The only one who's not there is Dragonette, who's still coming up behind her.
Okay. As I hear this, I'll climb up a little bit higher and just bite once to try and indicate maybe we should go back.
Oh, as I said, Flint and Dragonette are not in range yet. Y'all are still coming up behind. Because it took
we're
y'all
not.
20 minutes to get up to where y'all are. You don't know how the fuck she got up there. She blew past y'all at some point.
So out of character, Naji, you did do divine sense,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yep. Not right now.
Well, yeah, not right now, but back in the village.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I trust a paladin if he says someone's a fiend or something.
I can check if she's the same person real quick, I guess. Yeah, she sounds pretty nice. How much of it seems like lies?
So, if
I
the
can-
Count wants you dead, then what do you want from the Count? Or what do you want to happen to the Count?
I don't give a rat's ass what the Count does. He can stay in his castle for like, I just want to sell my pastries.
Did you do
As I said,
realize?
I'm looking for a little more positivity in the world. But perhaps that time has passed.
You do realize he will not stop. He will keep sending his agents after you.
Yes, you're quite right. Perhaps it is time I moved along. That might work. Let me give you a little bit of advice, young one. Our dear Count is not the only one with power in this valley. If you wish to stand against the Count, there are allies to be made. Seek those hidden under the earth.
You mean
Oh, who did this?
the dead?
Oh, perhaps they were once. Perhaps they will be again. But there are other forces, other ways of coming back.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You know, I'm
Well, that's nice.
curious. I'm very curious. Is it Tanari or Batazu?
Denari. But I'm not familiar with those names.
Seems my friend here, he suspects that you're a fiend of some sort.
Oh, you see her huff and kind of square up her shoulders. Get away from those wires. Arg.
Yeah,
But yes.
let me use one. So I guess, because last time her frame didn't fit her like illusion, possibly, of her image. I don't know if he'll outline that for me. I can tell.
You can detect there is indeed a fiend within 60 feet of you. What worries you more is a powerful celestial sense that is going off in the distance that you are now picking up.
60 feet?
No, you're
Oh.
catching waves of it.
Oh, gosh.
There is celestial energy warping the area around you.
Oh. Hmm.
And you follow it where you think you feel it. And in the distance, you see Ravenloft is warping.
What?
What?
That mean?
I
You
like
see a
to
crackle of lightning fly out of one of the windows, blasting apart a tower. Something is going on in Ravenloft.
Whoa.
Something's happening.
And then you see, in response, a beam of brilliant white light slams into the roof of Ravenloft. Something is in the air fighting the castle.
Ooh.
And as you watch, you can feel the power is fading. As another lightning bolt streams out and collides with something.
Mm.
And you see the small figure, just barely a speck, try to wing away from the castle. And more worrisome, the castle starts to rebuild itself.
Oh.
An entire tower collapsed, lifts off the ground from where it fell, and molds seamlessly as if nothing ever happened.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
I looked at Najee as he's probably spacing out, witnessing all that. Do we all witness that, or is that what he's feeling?
Anybody actually turned to see where he looked? He's the only one that had a reason to look over near Ravenloft.
Okay.
Well, that was
And he didn't say anything, so I don't think so.
it's like, huh. I must be going crazy. But I'll tell you later. But anyways,
Can I get a perception roll from our good Najee?
wide perception, not real. Oh, that's pretty good.
Spec's getting bigger.
The what?
It's also smoking.
Wait, what's getting bigger?
The speck. The speck that just got hit by lightning.
Oh,
Um.
The thing that just
Gosh.
sent a wave of brilliant white energy into Ravenloft.
now it's getting bigger.
I guess like, is it reasonable enough to go towards it?
It's also high in the air.
Yeah, I mean, so Naji, this is the one we were looking for, right?
Yeah, she's definitely the one. But I couldn't tell if she was evil or anything, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, it'll just tell you the type.
Something comes up.
Okay.
So,
You also see as y'all turn back to her, the bitch has turned around and is currently closing her door.
oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
she just took off.
She just knocked the fuck out. Yeah. She's also 20 minutes away again. In the fucking 30 seconds where y'all were turned around. Y'all were looking at Najee doing whatever the fuck Najee's doing.
Just being weird, as he does.
And
I'm
at some
like,
point, this bitch just took off. Dragonette, since you're walking up, you see this bitch see something, kind of shiver, jump the fuck on her cart, pull something on it. The fucking thing goes in reverse and fucking drives back down. Fucker, that cart apparently, you don't know if it has a motor, if it's magic, or what the fuck's going on, but that thing moves quick.
funny.
We need one.
She did drive it away from us.
All right. Well, we need to talk to her because
Yeah. You do that. I saw something wild in the distance of Ravenloft. I'm gonna keep an eye on that.
wait, what happened?
Um, it seems. How do I even describe it? Some form of celestial was fighting the castle itself. And no, I have not taken the pastry.
Oh, I bought one, but I mean, I didn't
I
eat
bought
one.
one too, but I didn't. I didn't eat it. Okay.
It's getting bigger.
Oh, the spec, yeah. Okay. So
He's getting bigger.
You see that in the distance?
I see it now.
A floating speck.
So what you said? What was? Wait, what exactly did you see again?
Whatever that is flying up there, sending lightning and getting
The
shot
lightning
at.
was getting launched at it
Lightning
from the
was
inside castle.
lightning was getting launched at it, and whatever that was sending beams of light, from what I could tell, at the castle. Took out an entire tower, but
Yeah.
it rebuilt itself.
Yeah. If I were a betting man, I'd suspect that was Nimona.
I don't think she's that powerful.
Well, she has wings coming out the size of her hips, so
Maybe.
hopefully that spec will get here soon, so we can discuss how to handle Morgaine. I suggest that we reason with her and maybe use her as an ally against Strahd.
At that point, Nanji, you remember something you did at the very beginning of your journey.
Yeah.
When you first triggered your divine sense when you were walking with the party, and the powerful celestial sense you got that turned out to be Nimona.
I was hoping.
And then as it gets closer, you can start to make out the figure of a body. It's starting to tumble through the air.
Oh no.
You want to try to catch
You
that?
also can see what's smoking.
Yeah. Can I run forward and try
It's
to
great
get
wings.
probably
You can
far?
now see a humanoid figure with long wings coming about their waist. However, their wings are in flames. Specifically the right one.
Yeah, I mean, If she's reasonable distance, I will go try to catch her.
She's still probably a couple miles out and a couple 100 feet in the air.
Guys, I see. I tell them. I think I see the mote falling out the sky.
Yeah.
What?
Hold back, Dragonette. I'm gonna go forward ahead of y'all.
About this time, Dragonette and Flint get back.
Okay.
Not that anybody knows. There's a spider floating off the ground, but there's other shit to look at.
I'm gonna sneak up behind Eric without him knowing and say, "Boo!" right in his ear. Ah!
You can't hear him because fucking Pass Without a Trace on.
Oh,
Boom.
I did not.
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. Because I'm pretty sure you can't. Let me see. Let me go back and double check it. Pass Without a Trace.
Oh, you're right. Silence.
Yeah, you're silenced.
Oh,
Anybody not in the spell would not be able to
that
hear you.
that did not have the effect I wanted it to. That's too bad.
Hey, you
All
didn't
right,
spook him.
Learned something, which is awesome. Which is I'm completely and totally silent. That's fine. Then I'm gonna continue on. And I'll lean down to Flint and tell him that you're good for the ride. Anytime you want to bug out, just crawl up on my neck and I'll let you down or jump off whenever you want to. And I'll follow the rest of the group. If I'm sorry, I'm going to follow Najee, who's moving in the direction of a giant flaming woman falling from the sky. Because the last time we heard Demona, that was the Wendigo.
Oh, it's not y'all hear it. You look up to where they're looking. You see the bitch. She's on fire.
That's fine. Okay. All I'm saying is that I've seen too many illusions, too many things that aren't real. So I'm gonna follow Najee in that direction, thinking that this may also not be real.
And you see about 100 feet away, she's gonna crash land and not quite make it to y'all. It's
I'm
also at this
definitely-
point you can see there's definitely something wrong with her, other than the fact the bitch is on fire. You see there's a significant amount of blood coursing over her right arm, the same one that's burning, as it looks like there's a puncture mark in her upper shoulder. Her veins are also glowing white, as are her eyes.
Oh god. I'm definitely running to try and get there.
I'm pretty sure y'all are faster than me. But
Eric's
Yeah, as soon as I get close,
Dragon
I'll de wild shape and try and run up and cast Cure Wound.
Yeah, between Dragonette and Miss E, we can bonus action dash. So we may be the first ones to get there.
You'll get there right as she's about to hit the ground. You see on her chest as much of her shirt has burned. The necklace she gave Eric earlier flashes. And you see, as she's supposed to hit the ground, she bounces an inch off the ground.
Oh. Dang.
A magical barrier flashing into existence.
Is
Wow.
she still on fire?
Oh yeah, bitch is still on fire. Her feathers are on fire.
Then I'm going to try to smother the flames on her
She's
wing.
still moving. I need
okay.
athletics to try to catch this bitch. One of y'all can help the other.
Yeah, I can help.
All right.
Dragonette, with Miss E's assistance, she slams into your chest, literally picking both of you up with the momentum she's currently using.
Whoa.
And y'all fly back about 20 feet before you feel the spell that was on her necklace trigger again. Feather falling. And y'all start to lose momentum as y'all get pushed back. You slide another 10 feet.
Oof. Okay.
She is
I
covered in
definitely.
blood. Her
She's covered in
veins are
blood.
glowing white. And as she lays almost unconscious, you see her look up at the pair of you. Dead. Ismark. And then she faints, and all of the glow vanishes.
I check for a pulse.
And I'm gonna try to put out the flaming wings, all the fire. I'm gonna, yes, try to smother the flames.
You're
Yeah,
able
and
to
I'll cast Cure Wounds.
You're able to get up there, slap that onto her, and you feel the shoulder is what's actually taking most of the healing, as it looks like she got run through with something. There was an artery that got hit.
Oh no.
There is a lot of blood.
I'll go up to her and give her preserve life. I can only heal half of a creature's hit points to maximum. So I've got 15
Considering she
available.
has none at the moment.
I'll give her all 15.
Fair enough. Nimona, how much HP do you even have? Where are you?
Yeah, and Flint had the cure wounds too.
Yup. Nimona, my dear. Yeah, you've got some good HP. Yeah, you can pour all of that into her.
What I'll do.
Yeah, just
As
be
you
doing
see
it.
the wounds start to seal up, some of the damage on the wing starts to heal, but the wings aren't growing back quite yet. Not the wings, the feathers.
I think she's stabilized now, for now at least.
Did you hear what she said as she fell?
I'm not quite sure I made it out. Was it something about Ismark dying?
Yes, that's what I heard too. Why am I not surprised?
That's unfortunate.
I mean, I wonder if Irina's dead too, though.
I would doubt it. I mean, you remember the Count's interest in her and his
Yes.
desire to move her out of his grasp. This
Yes.
is I'm reading right between these lines. Even though I can't
Yeah.
Well, there's not much we can do besides tend to her wounds and then deal with this fiend.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, as for the fiend, there were at least two voices we heard upstairs cackling. So we're not facing one fiend. It appears as though we may be facing three or more. I only heard two different voices coming from the upstairs.
Well, it's
she did say
either
daughter.
deal with those three fiends, or we deal with the fiend in that castle that has sent this lady to her doom. As he points to her smoldering body.
At that point, you see something interesting. Her feathers are starting to regrow.
Hmm. That is interesting.
I don't know if we're quite in a position to deal with Strahd if he was just throwing lightning around at this time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're in a position to deal with three fiends. I mean, we could not handle the one on her own, let alone three of them throwing spells at us.
Rock in a hard place.
Well, we can set up an ambush. She does seem to be going towards the town. Problem would be then to get the cart stuck.
We don't have to kill them.
She's also not going to town anymore. It looks like she's
well,
in.
Yeah.
And
She
after
just went, going back inside. Fuck that.
after she's seen all that, she might be more willing to negotiate because, I mean, it's her tush on the line as well.
I was hoping that
He did give you a bit of advice.
the earth.
But
Something.
look for dead people, look for underground people.
She didn't. did
Maybe
she
the
say?
circle stones.
What advice did she give? Flint and I are there. What did she say?
She said, "Look for people underground, or look for allies underground.
Yeah,
Allies
those under the earth,
under the earth." Yeah.
Hmm.
which could be the stones that were mentioned.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we could get something off her of
We do have to investigate
Proof.
those standing stones that were right next to the mill, I think.
Yeah. What
some
if
form
they're
of
a coven?
So let's go. Well, wait. Nimona can't move, and we can't move her without us trying to steal that cart that Morgantha had. Can we wait until Nimona regains consciousness before we make any final decision?
if she's stable, I can carry her.
It's risky because I don't
Yeah.
know if this fiend is gonna move or not.
You also have to worry about her if she's actually stabilized. She had glowing veins a minute ago.
Yeah.
And you pumped her full of magic, so who knows what that's going to do.
Oh.
Divine magic. Hopefully. Mm,
Can we take her to a town then that's close by? But that's
As far
like
as I know,
long ways
there
away.
aren't any. And if we're here, why can't we bring her to look at these standing stones while we're here, and then make for a town to help her heal?
We could give her some time. You hear from Rose in the back.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Lady Morgantha's going anywhere anytime soon.
I was gonna ask her for a trinket to show that she has been defeated. I don't know if we can deceive our employer,
Crow
but
is obviously Strahd. He's got some kind of way that he can watch us through the crow.
Yes,
You
he'll
remember
know.
what she said about the crow.
not one of his.
Oh, she did say that? Sorry.
Yeah, you were in the grass. It's all right.
Oh.
So
She
there's
said specifically that might be a familiar from Valaki, not one
Yeah,
of
okay,
Strahd's.
yeah.
I'll ask Rose if she knows how far Valaki is from here.
Depends on the path we take. If we
What's
The close.
stay on the road, she starts to think, and you can actually see her kind of looking out in the distance. Let me grab this. Oh no, y'all are actually there, so. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam.
I mean, we have no reason to attack the fiend now. Lady Morgantha was kind of our mark for Irina, or I guess Nimona.
Well, let's at least
for the
look at
child
those
eater.
standing stones.
4 hours? Maybe 5? Depending on how fast we go. A normal pace would be about 4 or 5 hours. If we're moving slow to not hurt your friend, it
Okay.
might take a bit longer, but I'm pretty sure we can get there within the day.
Is it back the way we came from or further away from the castle?
You saw it on the top of the hill. She points out to the north. West.
Yep.
All right. Check those stones if there are allies.
I mean, let's at least look at them, and then we're gonna have to come back here anyway. So
Yeah.
Do you think she'll let us just poke around at these stones?
Where are the stones?
Up behind it. If you don't wish to deal with Lady Morgantha, it may be best to come back later. You can definitely see the stones from the tower. Not the tower, the top of the windmill.
I don't think we have any reason to fight her, and she has no reason to fight us. So,
Oh, what of the missing kids?
uh,
Do you still think she has them?
Yeah, the missing kids and getting to the bottom of her relation with Strahd.
I have Zone of Truth.
I'll relay what I saw at the first floor of the mill. That there were no cages. There were no children in there, at least on the first floor. There was a trunk that may have been small enough to fit one child, but it wasn't obvious that they were there. And as soon as we heard the voices upstairs, and as soon as the crow started cackling, as soon as we opened the door, we decided discretion was the better side of valor, and moved away.
Okay, but we still know that she's a fiend and she did kidnap children. So, and she's selling
Yes.
creepy pastry pies. So either way, we do have to deal. We have, it's either her or
Technically,
Strahd.
deal.
So at one point, we have to deal with one or the other. And I suggest her. But
Remember that she said she was assisting to bring the child to Valaki. On the word.
She did stuff him in a sack, though.
Yeah.
yeah,
And throw him into the river.
and she's a fiend.
And then his parents were worried about him and happy he came home. So I'm like, why?
That
Father was.
Yeah,
The mother
the
seemed all
dad.
kinds of out of it. And she also said something about the mother.
Yeah, she's pretty.
We could try again to see if there's kids inside. We didn't really get inside. If we, I don't know, come back later.
hmm.
Maybe we could send in a familiar if they're quiet. Although I don't know if a puppy can get inside.
I
And
mean,
once the puppy gets inside, could it get back out again?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you'll actually hear the door. Well, you can't hear it. For those that are looking over at the windmill, you see Morgantha come back out and start doing something around the edge of the windmill.
we need to talk to her at some point.
How far away is the windmill? You said like 20 minutes.
20-minute walk, yeah.
And where are the stones? Like right by the window meal?
Behind it somewhere.
Behind it, yeah.
Okay.
She could be putting some magical protection on it.
You do see she has some kind of, maybe sage, some kind of plant in her hand that she's waving around.
All right,
Well, let's go talk and
Let's do it.
somebody we can do Zone of Truth.
At that point, you
Does
see
anyone
her
have a way to
make all the way
communicate?
around, and you see her go right back in, snapping the door shut.
All right.
We could try and get Arik inside as a child.
Yeah,
Say
but
he
can
wants
we
to
get
get
him?
smuggled out as well
Absolutely.
or something.
You'll do
Yeah,
have the
but-
issue of Eric's one of the ones she targeted with the spell last time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I see
boy.
you got a disguise kit.
And
You get
what are
a
you?
perception from anybody with a passive perception higher than 15,
She's a fiend.
which might just be Dragonette. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dragonette, you see something in the distance. You see a blue light come from right next to the door handle. It looks like some kind of sigil just burned in and quickly disappears.
Into the door handle of the windmill.
Ooh.
Got it. I'm going to mention to everybody. I just saw a spell cast on the door of the windmill. I don't think it's a good move to go anywhere near it right now. We either make for Valaki or we check out these standing stones. But I think the two places that we needed to get to, the windmill and the castle, are out of reach right now.
There is another option. We could
What's
wait
that, Rose?
for things to calm down tomorrow. Maybe she'll be out and about again.
So we're gonna camp here then?
If you wish. Might as well be here
I-
as anywhere else.
Okay.
Be able to see any ravens coming from Strahd.
And she just
Where
sealed
that is
herself
blocked.
in, pretty much. I mean, not really, but so
There's
we
only
can
one
go
exit as well.
check
Few links will
the
see her.
standing zones. They're right there.
Yeah.
We can stealth a little too.
She
Well,
looks at Najee and the skeleton.
yeah, I know. Yeah, because we
Not
already sent
everyone.
Dragonet over there. So I mean, let's just
The stones
go
are like
look
in
at 'em.
the backyard of the windmill, so to speak, right?
About 100 feet back, yeah.
Okay.
I think if she's putting up magical protections, we probably shouldn't go snooping around in the backyard.
It
100 feet
the
away?
standing stones have a ritual circle in the middle. If she is a mage, she may be protective over it.
Okay. I guess we'll just
I
camp
don't
here.
think most spells last more than 24 hours, so if we camp out, hopefully at least some of those things she just did wear out.
Can you describe the spell to me, Miss Dragonet?
The spell that was just cast on the door, you mean?
The sigil. You said you saw one?
Yeah, blue glowing light right next to the door handle.
And you actually start to go in. Do you go into detail of what you saw?
Yeah, because I don't know exactly what I
Yeah,
saw.
that's why I'm letting you go that way.
Yeah.
I think you see her tap her lip and then bring out a book and start flipping through it. That sounds like an arcane lock. Easy spell to cast. Good way to keep people from getting through certain things.
So she's locked herself inside.
Okay. Well, we only have
Something
one
around the
option
perimeter
then.
as well. So do we wait or do we go?
Yeah.
There's always the option to try to go back to Barovia as well.
That would be
To
a
what end?
long time.
Well, isn't your friend still there?
Yeah, we have a couple of friends still there.
Who's that?
Beaky and Zico.
They were in the house when we met you.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
they stayed in the house.
okay.
It'd be nice to have backup, but that is quite the ways to go, and Velaki seems a little closer.
It is. I'm just giving you options, I suppose. Plus, if we go back to Barovia, we have to go back through the gate.
How
Strahd
much? How much daylight's left?
Y'all are currently looking at about you're about the height of the hour, noon.
Okay. So we probably couldn't make it to Velaki by nightfall.
I
It'd
thought
be
Rose said
stretching
we could.
close to-
Yeah.
It's barely getting. If y'all go at a normal pace with Nimona hurt, you might need to go slower.
Okay.
I'll vote for just camping out and waiting, and maybe we can talk to Nimona in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Does part of the group want to look at those stones?
I mean,
don't
I
think the
would,
lock-
but everyone was suggesting that we don't. But I just say
I-
we do.
I think the lock doesn't extend that far.
I
I'd
think
go.
Yeah, and Dragonet could stealth to the stones just to check them out.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that, I'm happy to help again and cast on a pass without a trace. And
Yeah, then we could have maybe a couple people tag along. Because
Yeah.
I won't know what I'm looking at. If I see these stones, they're going to look like
Mhm.
rocks to me. I won't know anything about them.
Yeah, I want to
Having
take a
Flint-
look at them.
Having Flint and Bendar along would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I have a decent stealth.
So the rest of us remain here.
Someone has to stay with Nimona.
Yeah. I'd like to stay with Nimona and Rose.
I can stay with Nimona because if what were they were bite marks.
Bite marks? No. Wait, what? Who had bite marks?
Nimona?
She looks
No.
like she got shot through the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like pure through the shoulder. Think effectively an arrow shaft or some kind of energy beam pierced completely through the meat of her shoulder, searing through the artery there. However, it has healed. It looks like.
I'm not stealthy, but I'm interested in those stones. Ugh.
Well, I can go too in case anything
I've
bad
got some
happens.
spare light armor if you want to try it on and sneak.
God.
Wait, what?
I switched to hide armor, so I have leather armor if you want to put it on and sneak around with it.
Really?
Oh, poor
You'll at least be
Najee.
silent.
I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen for me.
Come on, take it off. Take it off, Najee. Let's see.
That takes too long.
Don't do it.
Well,
Don't do it.
Yes, if we do get into trouble, I will be just as happy with you in your clunky armor.
Yep. It won't be far off. You can see us.
Okay. Tell me if you find anything in, I don't know, celestial, elvish, infernal.
Rose raised her hand
Gotcha.
again. Behind the windmill. I won't actually be able to see it from here.
Okay. He could move.
Good luck.
So how are we splitting up?
I guess Najee's the only one staying, right?
I believe, or is Eric staying too? Are you coming with us, Eric?
I'm coming.
Missy?
Missy was staying.
Yeah,
Rose seems to be remaining as well.
Okay.
There we are. Stay close to Flint, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you got to be within 30 feet.
That's not hard.
Okay, good. So are we going to wait for dark in order to check it out, or are we going to go in the remaining daylight?
You're the thief and appointed bender, and you're the magic guy, so I'll leave that up to your judgment.
Bendor, can you see in the dark?
I actually don't know. Let me check. No. What? Actually, yeah, I can.
And Flint, can you see in the dark?
Yep, I can.
I can, yeah.
So the only one who cannot is Eric.
No.
And light may bring focus to you, whether it's morning or night.
Yeah,
good point.
because you only
So-
see it dim. But I don't think there's even an issue. I think we should just go over.
Themselves in, yeah.
Okay, then let's go.
Okay. I want to do a Arcana check on him, perhaps.
You'll
Okay.
start
As
to
we
move
won't
around.
fall pass without a trace.
You guys
At
start to move
Beckman.
back down, making your way towards the old windmill. You get chills down your spine as you get closer. You don't like the unknown magic that seems to be around the place. And as you pass by, how wide of a berth do you give the windmill?
Very.
Yeah, I would say like
I don't
100,
want to go
100
anywhere
feet.
near it.
Yeah,
At least.
because
You
that's
start to move around it. And in the distance, you can see 4 great megaliths standing in a small, tight circle. Above it, you see several ravens circling overhead. One of them dips down and pecks at something on one of them before flying off again. What would you like to do? The monoliths are still ahead.
I say we still go.
All right.
The rest of the party agrees.
Mm-hmm.
Missy, you're still up with Rose and Nimona, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I still agree.
Okay, fair enough.
You got this, guys.
So the party creeps their way up to these 4 standing stones. Let me your map. Is this where I want to go? Yeah. Grab the party, move, yeah. This is what you approach.
That's a lot of crew. Raven.
Throw yourself on the map if you wish.
Where are we entering from?
South.
Okay.
CC, remind me how I drag myself. Where do I
Yeah,
drag
how do
myself
I-
from?
Okay, go to the newspaper on the right of your screen. Not the
Yep.
chat box, not the picture, the newspaper. Go to your character sheet, click on it with the left button on your mouse, and drag it onto the map itself. It should create a token.
Oh, I see. Okay. Boom, boom.
Thank you.
All right. We don't see any creatures moving, correct? Except the crows.
Ravens, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Ravens. All right.
What is this? Is that a tree or a bush or?
It's a skull.
Ah.
On a stick.
Let's
Of
Oh,
a
friendly.
cow?
wander.
Maybe? Also kind of looks a little bit like the Wendigo's head.
Oh, that's fun.
I'll take a look at it. I'm still within range of Flint.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, it just looks like a skull of a Wendigo.
Or a cow? Giant.
On a stick.
Got horns.
And nothing else? Okay.
It seems to have been put there almost like a warning or a totem. You're not really sure.
And then the stones themselves, any other detail that we might be able to get from them this close up?
As you're approaching, you see on the ones you can see the front face, each of them has some kind of inscription on the front, some kind of image.
And a pile of bones.
As he's inspecting and we're kind of hanging out, I'll sit here and ritual cast detect magic, which takes about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'll wait for that.
I'm gonna look at the inscription on this. Is it words or is it a picture?
Picture.
What is it? What is this one? That's the one I'm looking at.
Okay. So where'd you go? There you are. Other side. That's a blank slide. They're on the interior side of
Oh,
it.
you're telling me it's over here. I see.
Yeah.
So nothing on this side.
Nope. And as you're walking around that, you hear one of the ravens caw and swoop down to the top of it, peck at the stone, and then take off again.
Can I move while ritual casting things or no?
Yeah. No reason why you can't. Doesn't say you can't.
Okay.
Thank you. That'll get me around the front. So,
Yep.
looking at the picture.
You see the depiction of a city, a beautiful city, covered in what looks like leaves.
And is it written on the rock or is it carved into the rock?
Carved.
And this I'm assuming this looks old.
Old.
This is not
you can
fresh.
see centuries of erosion on the side of these things. Think Stonehenge style monolith.
Okay, I'm going to relay what I saw on that one and then go inspect this one on the far side.
Oh no! From where you're standing, you can see all three.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah. What do the others have carved on them?
Turning to your right, you see another city. This one instead looks like it's covered in a layer of snow. Turning to the next, you see another city. Almost as if it's the same city, but a little different towers here and there. This one is covered in flowers. And the fourth, the one to your left, has a large sun blazing down on it.
Okay. Depicting seasons.
And now that you're in the front, you realize what's actually in front of these standing stones.
This thing.
Not that. The what's literally in front of these standing stones.
Oh,
It's
here.
their children's teeth.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Yummy.
I'm going to look at the children's teeth to see whether
Like
they
a big
are.
pile?
Yeah, it's a big pile of them.
Yeah.
Is there any way to tell whether any of those teeth have been deposited there recently?
Medicine?
I can come up and do it.
I was going to say, I suck at this. So, yeah, maybe Eric, if you want to test.
Eric does collect teeth.
Eric, you're looking through. Not defined recently for you, me.
Days or weeks?
Days, weeks.
Yeah, past 5 days.
Not the past 5 days, but definitely in the past month.
Great.
Is that all that is in this pile? It is nothing but children's teeth?
All tiny little teethies.
We're talking like hundreds.
And that's
Do
the
these-
same for the rest of them too. Their teeth.
Yeah. So here's a question. My character might actually not know this. Do the teeth have roots? And what I mean is, are these children's teeth that fell out naturally as baby
Some
teeth
of them
do?
are.
Or are they entire teeth that appear to have been taken forcefully from a skull?
Some are, some aren't.
Huh.
Judging by the piles, you probably got 300 teeth. Some of them look kind of old, though.
That's messed up. What is this thing that's in the center?
Okay. You look at it and you see what looks like a great stone slab in the center with some kind of magic circle carved on top of it.
I'm going to turn to Bendar because
Yeah.
this is your area of expertise. And I don't know, Flint, how far into your detect magic you are, but this looks like a good target.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and try an Arcana check.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can I see what school of magic it is?
You're about to finish casting. Give it a second.
Gotcha.
Bendar, you're looking at this. This looks like an unfinished ritual circle. Not complete yet. As if somebody's experimenting with magic.
It's like experimental magics. Some kind of ritual circle.
Well, there's magic and there's magic. I'm wondering whether this is kind of magic that causes that requires child sacrifice, or whether this is something else entirely.
Oh, there's no doubt that these teeth are. These were. There's no doubt these are connected to her. She's a fiend. There's no other. I mean, fiends don't have. They're naturally bent on, the behaviors that they, they display. It's in their nature.
At this point that the spell finally kicks in, and Flint, you feel like you're standing in a crux of magical powers. You're picking up strong conjuration magic, strong abjuration magic, and strong divination magic. Not necessarily from an item, just moving around in the air. Have you ever heard of something like a ley line?
Yeah.
You feel like you're at a magical ley line for those three magics.
Okay. I'll let that be known to the group.
Abjuration.
There seems to be a lot of magical essence kind of
Conjuration.
joining here.
Divination.
And divination. Yeah. All very useful. Wonder if she's maybe trying to build some kind of weapon.
A weapon without evocation magic?
I don't know. This all just seems strange.
Conjuration is usually to make something. Abjuration is a defense, and divination is usually to see. Not good things you'd see from a weapon.
If this feels like a ley line, I would bet that she took over this windmill to purposefully be in this location.
I mean, that would be a question for Rose whether the windmill was built during her lifetime or whether it's older than that. What about the stones? I mean, they're obviously depicting seasons or the passage of time. Does that have something to do with this magic?
Are the stone pillars themselves magical? Or is it just
You're catching some kinds of abjuration coming from them.
Okay.
But that might be to help preserve them.
I will, since I have concentration for 10 minutes, I will walk back to this weird head on the stick just to see if I get any magical essence from it.
Oh, it's just a head on the stick.
Okay, good.
It doesn't have any teeth though. Just kind of weird.
Dragonette is going to look over to the top right. What is this? It looks like something that's is that a log
with some mushrooms on it.
Okay, thank you. Nothing unnatural. It's not a cart with pumpkins on it.
Nope.
Thank you. Are the stones? They have growths on them? Are all the growths So, for example, the one with flower.
Repeat that. You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. The one with flowers. Does it have flowers on it? And the one with snow, does it have? Are the growths that are on the stones different from one another? Are they all the same?
Natural green. Standard greenery. Well, grayery, I guess, is the word for here in Barovia. They're not really green. Kind of gray green in color.
Well, it'd be good to have maybe Nimona come over and take a look at this. But either way, it'd be good, nice if we get her healed up to have an ally against these guys.
I would say based on this, I'm inclined to try and deal with them before we worry about Strahd or something, because they don't seem super nice.
I should also point out the entirety of the windmill is only like 10 feet in either direction, so 20 feet diameter. Fighting them in the windmill is going to be hard.
Yeah.
I was gonna touch the. Oh yeah, I was gonna touch one of these stones. Do they feel any different? Are they warm to the touch, or are they just cold stones?
Which one are you touching?
I'm gonna make my way around because I actually don't know what season it is. So
That one's
my intent is to touch whatever season it is.
You get a kind of cool breeze feeling from it, and you actually feel the wind move around you. You smell the scent of decay. Not like bodily decay, but when you
The
get the
woods
scent of
on
fall.
the woods on a rainy morning.
Rainy morning, the trees have dropped their leaves, that kind of scent.
I'm gonna point you to the other stones, asking everybody else to touch it to tell me what they sense. I'll tell them. I'm gonna tell them what I just smelled when I touched this stone. I'm gonna ask everyone else to touch the other stones and see if they get the same sensation or a different one.
Okay.
When you go across, you put your hand on it, and you feel a cold break. An easy warmth starting to creep in. Sense of hope almost. And as the wind picks up around you, you smell the scent of new flowers, fresh rains, things of that nature. Thoughts of spring. Eric, when you put your hand, you feel an immense warmth run through your fingers, almost as if the sun is beating down on you. You feel the sense of summer. Bendar, on the other hand, that stone is icy to the touch. You immediately pull your hand back, afraid of frostbite, as if you feel like you just dumped your hand in a bucket of freshly fallen snow.
All right.
You can almost hear the crunch of it around you.
Well, this is definitely one of winter. You guys got anything else?
This one, it's giving me summer.
Seems like spring here.
All right, seasons and baby teeth, abjuration, divination, and conjuration. Think we've summed this up.
And then the oddity in the center. An unfinished ritual circle
Ritual. Yeah.
on the middle of a ley line.
Is there anything else we can do here?
I don't know, is there?
Not from a rogue.
Not a weapon per se, but what if she was killing these children
and sending their souls back to wherever as some sort of payment, or
It's what these fiends usually deal with.
There's also the memory of what something she said. Getting the children to somewhere better. Well, not better, somewhere else.
Can I see any evidence of blood staining on the center stone as if it was a I'm looking to see whether there's evidence of blood on the stone as if it was altar for sacrifice. Perception.
No, not a drop. Seems completely clean.
So if they were sacrificing the kids, it wasn't here.
And maybe the seasons of the kid that the kids were disposed of, summer, fall, winter. I don't know.
At this point, you see another raven dip down at the autumn one and peck at something on top. You see it falls off, and the raven gets a little annoyed.
And I'm assuming that's this. This is the autumn stone?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back over and inspect whatever fell off. How tall are these stones?
20 feet.
Are they I'm not suggesting I'll climb it yet, but are they climbable?
Maybe you can use the
Okay.
moss as handholds, but it's going to be a rough one.
Sure. What fell off of the top?
A pastry.
Oh shit. Is it fresh or is it like moldy and has been sitting up there for a while?
Kinda. Maybe a day or two.
All right. Well, when you guys are finished here, I guess we should head back to the group.
All right.
Why was there a pastry on top of? You think the raven stole it?
Could be.
Maybe an
know what?
offering. Although I don't know how they get it up there.
Yeah, I don't know either. CC, I'm gonna try to climb up to the top of the autumn stone.
Roll me athletics.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help.
Oh.
I'm a boost up.
I'll help
boost.
give you a boost or whatever.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot.
With the help of your friends, you are able to get boosted up. Effectively, they do the the cheerleader throw.
Yes, I'll take it.
Put their hands together, lock it, launch your ass. You end up on top.
Is there anything up there, or is it just the birds?
There's a bird looking at you like, the fuck you want?
Fuck, I want is how that pastry got up here, but it looks like you just stole it from the old lady. Is there anything on top of any of the other stones from this vantage point that I can see?
Not really. You
Okay.
think you see something glittering from the one that means spring?
Which one was that? Was this? Thank you.
Directly across from you.
You know what? I'm gonna check it out. So, climbing down will be fun. I'm gonna climb down, and then I'm gonna tell everybody else that I want to go check out the glittering thing that's on top of the spring stone, and climb down and try this again.
All right, we'll go help them.
Gotcha. Party moves over. Roll me another athletics.
All right.
As the party attempts to yeet Dragonette up there again.
Yeet.
Fucking makes it again.
Nice.
Yeet the rogue at things.
We're getting good at this.
Mm-hmm.
And you get up there, Dragonette. There's no birds up there this time, but there is a single coin. A single platinum coin.
Is there anything interesting about this platinum coin, or is it just, again, a shiny bauble that a raven might have picked up and dropped here?
You don't recognize the markings on it.
Well, I'm at Barovia. I don't recognize anything.
Yeah.
Does it have writing on it or images?
Oh, give me a moment while I figure that.
Flint, how long does your detect magic last?
10 minutes.
So
yeah,
it's still
10 minutes.
So if it's still up, then I'm gonna flick the platinum coin to him, asking him to take a look at it.
You sense no magic from it, but on it, you see two different faces on either side. One is of a dragon. The other of a skull and crown.
Does it look like any platinum piece I've ever seen?
Not at all.
I will say that.
Well, it's interesting. Not sure how that all fits in, though.
No, I don't know either. Okay, I'm gonna climb down off the top, and I think we're done here. I can't think of anything else we could do.
Agreed, yeah. Maybe Nimona knows something about
Right.
Yeah.
Conjuration Circle.
Yep, we'll describe
Okay.
everything we
So
saw.
we're gonna make our way back and then tell the rest of them.
Alrighty. While that's going on, dear Miss E, you are currently with Rose and Nimona. Nimona has been laid out, her wings outstretched, so you can. The wings are still repairing themselves, just fucking growing random feathers.
Wow.
A lot
And-
faster than it should. Especially since the mages that cast magic at her aren't here anymore. Which is a little weird.
That is weird. Is Nimona like still out? I'm assuming.
Hasn't even twitched since hitting the ground.
Still glowing?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely like tending to her needs, like because her shirt's burned. I'm trying to like cover her up and keep her like warm and have like food and stuff nearby for when she does wake up.
You see Rose is looking out towards the windmill and where the party went.
Are you worried
Feels
about
weird
the
to be left
party?
behind.
Oh, it feels weird to be left behind. Well, sometimes it's safer that way. I've learned that the hard way.
I feel like Eric's gonna get himself into trouble.
I am definitely worried about Eric, but between Bendar, Dragonette, and the rest of them, I trust that they'll keep him safe.
Where's Naji?
What?
Did Naji go with the other party? Where is Naji? I just
Yeah.
realized he's not on the map.
Oh, I'm staying with Nimona.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're here in this
Yay!
group. I just completely got lost. I'm like, hang on, where the fuck's Naji?
You know, doing whatever. I guess I'm singing my own song, trying to get Nimona to wake up.
Okay, so you're up here.
Yep,
Just making
yep.
sure I know where you are.
I wasn't gonna stealth around.
How much do you know of those three? I think Eric said that you haven't been a group long.
Not super long. I think it's only been a couple of months, and I just met Bendar, and so
Remind you, Miss E. Bendar, Dragonette, and Flint all met. You met all of them like very recently because Dragonette and Flint were only at the town y'all were in right before you got attacked.
so kind of like a couple of weeks,
Days.
days. Oh shit. Okay.
'Cause remember, it's only been like 3 days since y'all got in here. At most.
Dang.
No, I don't know these people super well, but the times that we have been together have been super intense, and I think there might be a little bit of a trauma bond going on.
You trust Eric's life with him.
Yes, I actually do.
She nods and doesn't say anything more on the matter.
Najee, what?
Strays luck out over the other group.
Why won't you take off your armor in front of me?
Uh, maybe I'm just shy.
Oh, little shy. That can be remedied.
No, it's probably to cause a little less issues with the group.
Hmm. I see. I see.
I wonder if you can hear my song. Trying to say something in celestial seems to be what she normally goes towards.
Well, I mean, I don't know how conscious Nimona is right now, so I'm not really sure if that'll get through. But, I mean, we could shoot the shit and sing other songs if you wanted.
As you're singing to her, Naji, you feel a soft hum start to come from her.
Oh,
Ooh.
No other part of her body moves. You don't even see her throat moving as she's singing.
strange.
You see her lips part just a little bit, and you see they're chapped and burned.
Mm.
And then you start to hear her voice.
Ooh.
Soft, but it shakes you at a level you're not familiar with. You don't properly hear the words, but you feel them.
Hmm.
And as she sings, you feel the world around you shift.
Oh shit.
And a few moments later, 10 long minutes of the two of you singing together, the air ripples next to you.
Whoa. Did you feel that, Naji?
And
Yep.
something appears out of the ripples.
Oh no.
You see, standing tall and proud, something that wasn't there before. A tower
Mm.
made of beautiful white stone.
What? I try to touch it.
You feel it. It's about 2 stories, about the same size as, or same width, about each has an area up to 100 feet. 10 feet across, I think. So 20 feet across in total. About 100 square feet around.
Huh.
Is there a door?
There is.
Well, why do you think we go in, Naji?
Oh, I think I have to agree. This
Quite compelling.
Yeah, I'll pick up Nimona and take her, like, carefully carry her inside, I guess.
You walk inside to see a beautifully furnished room with some chairs, some beds off in the corner. It looks a little cramped, but nice. On the other side, there's a little ladder that leads through a trap door onto the second floor.
Well, maybe we let Nimona rest in one of these beds and we go check out the other floor.
Sure. And place her in a bed, open up the trap door, and go upstairs? Maybe?
You see that this side of the building has been cut into 2 rooms. On the left, there's a small kitchen. On the right, a small washroom with a large tub in the middle. Not like a tub, but like a large pool that you can bathe in.
Oh, I'm dying for a bath. That looks amazing. Do you want to take a
Also,
dip?
on a benches off on the side. It's very pretty.
Ooh. Is there any other levels or does it cap out here?
Just those 2.
Oh, what do you say, Naji? Let's get wet.
There's a time and a place. Now's not the time.
Why not? Namota's asleep. The rest of the party's working on the stones. I mean, this magical tower appeared. We have to take advantage of it. That seems like the most relaxing part.
You
Just a
actually
quick
hear Rose
skip.
poke her head up from the other floor. I think I've heard of this spell.
It's a spell.
Mm-hmm. It was one I passed by in a book a couple of years back. I believe it's called Galder's Tower.
Who?
I don't know. Somebody named Galder.
Okay. Must be powerful to have a spell named after them.
Well, I imagine he just made the spell.
Yeah, true. I'll wait for the other lot to return, and then a shower. A shower does sound nice.
um, Rose, do you know anything more about this spell? Like how long it might last, or how it's casted?
Yeah.
I can try to look into it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you can figure out like how this happened, like who did it, and
Oh, I
things
think
like
that's pretty
that.
obvious.
I mean,
She points down.
but
Her
From-
focus reflection. Did you not notice?
no, not really. That's. I didn't think she could do such a thing while not being conscious.
Usually you can't. I think. I don't know. Most people don't usually have wings in their back either, but
Naji, this means we have the voices of angels!
Huh?
We can make people cast spells that aren't even conscious just by singing.
I, I don't know if that explanation quite makes sense, but
meanwhile,
we'll go with it.
the rest of the party is walking up from the getting around the thing, and as y'all get around the windmill, there's a fucking tower where you left your friends. 2-story tower.
Well,
Doesn't look crowded. Looks kind of homey, actually.
I guess I'll use my. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if he would think this is magical. But yeah, yeah, he would. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it just
there
comes
was
out
a
of
tower
friggin'
there.
nowhere.
You've only been gone for like 20 minutes. Now there's
There.
a whole ass tower.
I'm looking at
What?
Arcana.
You've heard something like this? Only briefly. It was something called Galder's Tower. Some mages will use it to make a traveling home, effectively.
Oh, okay.
It's usually compartmentalized. You'll see it with traveling mages from time to time.
Well, this is definitely. Well, I strongly think this is well, it's not even an illusion. This could be just a magical spell, kind of like well, similar spell I've heard of is Lehman's Tiny Hut. So basically, a place you could sleep and relax in, and so let's go check it out.
That's fine, but who cast it?
I don't know.
After you. Dragonette is not. Yep, Dragonette is not going to move. She will draw her bow and watch Bendar approach the tower.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm a curious fuck.
Right as
boy.
you're approaching,
Yeah,
the door opens.
I shrug and
Fucking
walk
Rose
in.
walks out.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
so
I'll come back.
like,
And she starts going around the tower looking at things.
what happened? Who?
Naji got Nimona singing and tower.
Okay, I'll work with that. I'll go ahead and go inside and check on the rest.
You walk in to see the beautifully appointed room. It's not the biggest, but it's got beds for everybody and places to sit, and a little a ladder leading up onto another floor through a trapdoor where you can hear Miss E giggling.
Yeah, I'm not going there. I'll stay on the main floor.
Does it come with magical firewood to heat the water? How does this work?
Magic.
You do not see any firewood. There are like 7 different tabs, though.
What the?
Really?
Actually, 7's not right. How many does she have? I think it's 27.
What's that
What?
mean?
27 faucets. That's right.
For like one large pool tub? Wow, okay. That's
Takes up
complicated.
about you've got 100-foot space. Half of it's built into a kitchen, half of it's built into this bathroom. That that half that's the bathroom, half of it is like a showering area to bathe off. There's little faucets and little buckets where you can close off, deal with your clothes and whatnot, and then the large pool looks for soaking.
Oh,
There are a
awesome.
lot of faucets for that pool. It's like a fourth of the tower.
I go up to touch the water. Is the water warm?
There's no water in it.
There's no water? Okay, then I start like turning on all the faucets and trying to like fill it up with warm water.
You see the first one you do, it gives a pink bubbly jet of something. Looks like water. It's definitely a liquid, but it smells like strawberries. You move to the next one, it's got this really floral scent, and your head immediately gets a little woozy.
Ooh.
Another one is this ice cold thing that immediately gives you a regenerative chill.
Ooh.
But one's just plain hot water.
If
Oh
we
man.
chill Nimona. Kidding. Bad idea. Intrusive thoughts.
Who
There are
knows?
definitely all kinds of scents coming from them as you continue to pull them. Are you familiar with Harry Potter?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the 4th book, The Prefect's Bathroom?
No.
Never mind then.
It's a really big bathtub, right?
Effectively, with a bunch of oddly perfumed waters.
Oh,
If you think about it.
I see. I googled it real quick. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's not as big as that one, but it'll give you the idea of what's going on.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
I think I go downstairs because I hear movement,
Yep.
maybe,
Feel free.
with the group.
The boys
Yeah,
are
and
back.
Dragonette will. I think Dragonette's the only one left outside. She'll go in just to look around on the first floor and look for Bendar and say, who if this is magic, who made it?
That's what I'm still trying to figure out. I guess Naji's already come down, and I just kind of look at him and say, "Yeah, what's going on with the tower?"
You'll just ask Rose as well.
I'm, I guess, holy magic at this point. Some offshoot from Nimona as she was resting. I was trying to sing to her and get her to wake up through that, something familiar, and then she chimed in and made a tower.
All right, makes sense. I mean, she was just shooting off, radiant beams of energy. So
Rose pops her head about. Definitely not holy magic. This is definitely conjuration.
well, I wasn't saying that necessarily. I'm just saying she just got done doing all that, so she's obviously some being of great power.
Something.
Mhm.
Or harnessed one. Or was harnessed by. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm.
Well, Missy is upstairs drawing a bath. I guess we're
Y'all can
resting.
hear the water running. It keeps stopping and changing.
Yep.
Nice.
If you aren't shy, I guess feel free to join her. I doubt she'd mind.
I'm fine. I'll wait.
And Cece, you said the bottom floor is a kitchen and a. I'm sorry. The bottom floor is the beds.
Beds and couches and loungers and all that. Places to sit and relax. Upstairs, half bathroom, half kitchen.
Okay. Dragonite will take up place by the door and she turns to the others. I'll offer to take first watch. I don't care who spelled this thing. I'm still thinking we should keep watches for this evening.
Well, I'm not going to bed until I've gotten clean.
It's also like 1 in the afternoon.
It's a big tub. Need a long soak.
Sometimes, you know, you
Exactly.
need a nap. I mean, we're just wasting time or, waiting time out. So, doesn't matter.
So y'all are just chilling for a while?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I think, is a good place to leave it for tonight. We'll have some downtime next time before y'all get to go deal with Morgantha.
Yay.
I don't know what we're gonna do about her.
I have no idea.
Personally,
Fireball.
she seems fine. Minus the children thing.
Children teeth.
I know. Fireball's the solution to everything. Fireball.
Like,
So
Yeah.
good job, you guys. I had fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
that
back
was
next week.
awesome.
we got so many mysteries.
I know.
You keep going. I'm gonna get answers. You only get more questions.
Yep.
I'm confused.
Dreamy pastries.
Oh yeah, I have a pastry.
Yeah, I kept one so I can, could put it in the alchemy lab and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
I was just gonna give it to Missy. She's probably resistant to most.
Like, hey, Elminster, try
Psychedelics.
this.
Yeah, try this.
I would.
But I will catch up with you later.
Yeah, thanks,
Bye.
Cece.
Thank
Before I
you.
go, were we recording this one as well? I got to ask that earlier.
Oh, yeah. I went ahead and recorded it. But yeah, unless anyone has any objections, obviously I won't publish it or anything.
I'm just gonna make a channel for it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then we'll upload it for it. Or, yeah. However you want to do it. I can
Oh,
send it to you.
awesome.
Straight up, I have a friend who's like, I want the audio. Give me.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah, just
you'll have at
message
least
me.
one person watching it.
Yeah, and then I'll figure out how
But
to
then-
upload it or to the channel or whatever.
There we go. You have a channel up in the text channel. Where
Awesome.
did you put the other one? Was it in memes? Is that where it is?
Is it
Oh,
are we
okay.
memes?
I think it was general.
Australia. Here it is. No, you put it in memes. I knew it was in here. Copy. Audio recording is a paste. There we go.
Got it. Okay,
Woohoo.
cool.
That's it. I'm gonna dip out. I'll catch up with y'all later. I look forward to next week.
All right.
More confusing
Bye.
shit gonna happen.
Sounds good.
Not
Thank you.
Later.
No.
Bye.